And welcome back to the East Rugby League here in the Sunbowl 2014, just before the men's Sunbowl. I just got a couple of, we are blessed to have a couple of members of Gridiron Australia with us today, and we're just going to ask a couple of questions on where we stand. So first of all, just like to ask, where are we standing with Gridiron Australia and what's happening lately?
We're obviously preparing for the 2015 Senior Nationals over in Switzerland. We've got the Junior Nationals coming up next year in Perth, so there's a fair bit going on.
It's good to see. I mean, well, everyone's looking forward to the international competition, of course, and the Nationals will be highly competitive in Perth, Western Australia this year, and we'll be sending all three teams?
Just the juniors, Queensland.
So I beg your pardon, it's just the juniors going over for the Nationals, so we're looking forward to seeing some film of that from Perth, no doubt, and I hope our coaches and the players do very, very well over there as well. And ask my other representative, how do you think it's going today?
It's an excellent day today. The weather's turned out quite well considering the storms I saw on the internet over the week. It's great weather, nice breeze and a good crowd, so hopefully they'll be entertained with the second game.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be a beauty, and obviously members of Gridiron Australia will be definitely looking on the performance of players and the league and our officials today, and probably grading them as well, and the entertainment value. Gridiron here in Queensland and throughout Australia is getting a big boost with live streams. And the entertainment is much more than we've ever had before, and the quality entertainment for players, coaches and fans alike. So we're just going to thank everybody for attendance today. Thanks very much, guys. It's really good to have you guys here and have a chance to interview them and get their views on how everything is going. We'll switch back to the Century commentary position to Kenny Andreas, and we will get on with the men's Sunbowl at 3:30 promptly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much there, Glenn Parker. Handling the interviews there from the president of Gridiron Australia, as well as Chris Josie. So, fantastic news of the stuff happening in Gridiron Australia, and we can only hope that Gridiron Queensland is definitely a piece of that. So as Glenn Parker makes his way back up here, you're about to witness the Sunbowl, the 30th Sunbowl, Sunbowl XXX, happening between the Gold Coast Stingrays and the Bayside Ravens. So we're about to see the the teams run on, starting with the Gold Coast Stingrays. You're first looking at the Stingrays lineup here. They're about to make their way onto the field. And once again, we must thank Vulcan Fireworks for setting up this pyrotechnic show. And on comes Damien Malloy and the Bayside Ravens, both teams running out at the same time now, led out by the quarterbacks Damien Malloy and Mitch Tierney. So look at that, you're going to see the Stingrays take the far sideline, this Ravens given the home sideline, if you will. You're going to see the different teams come across there. The Bayside Ravens, they are currently dressed in purple for the first time this season, formerly of the red and green. And of course the Stingrays, just like last time, wearing the powder blue and the navy blue pants.
Yeah, this should be a beauty, Kenny. I'm looking forward to this one. The Bayside Ravens, the new strip, purple helmets, and the strip obviously really stand out. Yeah. And they've got some big players in their offense and defensive line, and some really gifted running backs and receivers in this team. That's should be an absolute beauty. You're
exactly right. The Stingrays, look, they are the Stingrays. They're a champion side, and they're well known for it. So we're about to cut down for the national anthem, I believe. Again, it's Keely Sky Fernley, I think, coming up. Once again, she did a fantastic job for the first game, and here she comes again for the national anthem for the men's game, Sunbowl 30.
golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains that let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Up there, it's a huge roster for the Gold Coast Stingrays there. At number 4, we have Reece Perkins. He's a cornerback. Also handles a lot of the kicking duties there. He has Scott Bice at linebacker. Damien Malloy, he's a star quarterback, isn't he? There for the Gold Coast Stingrays. And then Jared Hayes is at number 8. He's the fullback. Frankie Rousselet, he's a strong safety. He's the import from Canada. And also Matthew Bridges at number 12. Ezra Clayton, number 13. He's unfortunately injured today, much to the despair of the Gold Coast Stingrays. Joe Trappier is at number 15. He's a linebacker. Kevin Walsh, the import wide receiver, number 18. Dylan Napier, he's a graduate from the Colts program for the Stingrays. He's playing wide receiver. Number 20, Jaden McGarner, he's a cornerback. 21, Ben O'Connor, he's the running back. 22, Marcel Stevens, star cornerback from last week. 23, number James Taylor, he's a running back from last season. He started last year's Sunbowl. Number 25, Luke Bailey, he's at cornerback. Chris Mooney, the absolute Stingray legend, he'll be playing some D-line and fullback. Ashley Dick at number 34, he's playing linebacker. Number 36, Ezekiel Peru, the Queensland Junior 2011 MVP, he's at linebacker. James Esnick, he's at D-line. Landon Breeding at cornerback. Jackson Shields at D-line. Ike Somerville at corner. Dennis Gilmore, D-line and fullback. Japeth Vawa, linebacker, running back. Robert Spring at D-line. Yud Malek at O-line. Matthew Fatehi at O-line. Sid Barcelos playing linebacker. Andy Farrell, legendary offensive lineman, as well as Dennis DeCoco at D-line. Ben Hartley's at D-line.
And welcome to Sunbowl.
Cut off our team there as
Ravens, you are the visiting team, and you have the call of the toss. The toss will be made by the president of Gridiron Australia, Darren Mitchell. Number 18. This is a heads, this is tails. Heads and tails. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call. Heads it is. Stingrays have won the toss and have deferred. Which way are you going to go?
Oh, we'll take it.
Yeah, which way are you? Stingrays, which way are you going to go?
We're going to attack this way.
Okay, can you turn around, please? Stingrays have won the toss and have elected to defer to the second half. Ravens will be receiving the ball. Good luck, captains.
Would you like to receive my ball?
Okay, the Bayside Ravens team list for today is number 2, Jason Leon. Number 5 is Jamal Sanapi. Number 9 is Benji Wilson. 11 is Alex Hiruini. 15 is Calvin Young. 17 is Liam Edwards. 18 is Mitch Tierney. 24 is Kevin Turner. 25 is Joshua Duncan Ross. 27 is Thomas Hartman. 29 is Darius Holiday Miller. 31 is Bradley Wingard. 36 Caesar Hebel. 39 is Joel Wood. 40 is Nata Togafuao. 41 is Tupea Moronga. 43 is Steve Tonatapia. 48 is Peter Abednego. 51 is Callum Lees. 52 is J.D. Stoner. 53 is Mitch Henderson. 55 is Sean Kearns. 61 is Quincy Rakiuta. 63 is John Jones. 65 is Devon Woodburn. 66 is Semi Siosi. 67 is Elijah Sanapiti. 74 is Matt Lawler. 76 Adam Edgar. 78 is Jonathan Wong Tong. 81 is Jacob Templar. 86 is Matt Bailey. 88 is Travis Reynolds. 90 Clemmer Vaka. 94 is Sam Matuyutia. 99 is Mona Solomona. Regan Webb is not sure his number today. And the head coach is Ben Sinapati. And the assistant coaches are Kelvin Turner, Christian McCarty, John Hollywood Rowe, and James Hall, and the O-line Jesse Chigodola. And their manager is Tim Kearns. That is your Bayside Ravens for 2014 in the purple.
And here comes the officials just quickly. At referee, we got Mark Louis, umpire Julian Leonard, headliners Pat Humphreys. And they're the main three we're going to be watching today. And boys, that's a lot of names to try and get out.
That was very quickly.
in a short period, eh?
That kick off. And
here is the kickoff. The 2014 Sunbowl 30 is underway, and that first kickoff is going to go back for a touchback. Kick return to Mitch Eve is going to let it roll by. It was a bit of an awkward bounce, but here comes Mitch Teeney and that purple Bayside Raven offense.
This is a game I've been looking forward to, Kenny. The lightning fast offense of the Ravens with some young fellas out there in wide receiver, and Mitch Teeney, of course, against a really solid defense of the Gold Coast Stingrays. This should be an absolute corker. The
#1 ranked defense they are coming across, but yeah, they have got an exciting young wide receiver core, and to start us off, we have a spread formation, 2x2, Edwards and Eve on the far side, Templar and Travis Reynolds here on the near side sideline. Of course, Darius Holiday Miller in the backfield. And they're going to start with a gift to Holiday Miller. He's going to break through some tackles, and he's going to pick up what looks like 6 hard yards there.
Yeah, nice yards up the middle there. In on the tackle, looked like 46 there for the Stingrays. And that's going to be Dennis Gilmore, previously a junior of the Stingrays from years gone by, and he has actually spent a fair bit of time in the United States playing football.
Yes, he has. But look at this. No huddle for the Ravens. They're going to keep this up-tempo here. Same formation. Everyone just as last play. They're going to give it to Holiday Miller once more. He's going to get met in the backfield, but he gets past the line of scrimmage and perhaps picks up a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, it looks like he may have still going forward, maybe another yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and reasonably short for the Ravens. Nice running.
There's no secret that the Ravens are always going to try and establish run with Darius Holiday Miller. He's having an MVP-like season here for the Ravens and has been doing it all season.
Yeah, he's a solid running back and carries the ball with real certainty.
That's exactly right. He can beat you with speed, he can beat you with power, he can beat you with quickness. Let's see if they choose to go in for a 3rd time this game, as we see a 3rd and 4. And yes, they go to Holiday Miller. He's going to test the left-hand defense.
Quickly cutting that down is number 4 there, Kenny. And that's going to be Reese Perkins on the tackle.
Perkins,
the tackle in the backfield.
So, yeah, they try to go to Holiday Miller for the 4th time, and here they are bringing on 4th down. And it looks like the punt team is coming out there. They have a couple of talented punters here in the Ravens, a couple of former AFL players between Travis Reynolds and Liam Edwards, and the man you're seeing right now at punter, which is Jacob Templar. All of them have huge boots, but obviously they're going with Templars today.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the Ravens will certainly have that part of the game covered very, very well. The special teams have always been good at the Bayside Ravens.
It's a high snap, but it's collected by Templar. He's going to boot it away.
It's an unfortunate snap, but he's got a good kick away. It does take a Raven bounce. It does go out of bounds.
And that's going to go out of bounds there, almost looking like it's right on midfield there. Jacob Templar, if I know that young man like I do, I'd say he's going to be very disappointed with that kick. It didn't even quite get him out of their own territory. So the Ravens defense here is going to be tested after the Stingrays force a 3 and out to start off.
Always hard to bring a high snap down and set yourself up for the kick when you definitely have a different routine to get the ball away quickly.
That's exactly right. So here we go. It trips left with a single receiver to the right here. Kevin Walsh, the key wide receiver, the inside receiver there. He's going to go on the screen. They're going to give it to Walsh. Walsh has got it. He's got some room. Jamal Potty's going to have to try and take him down, and he races him to the sideline, and Kevin Walsh picks up what looks like a Stingray 1st down.
One of their import players there, Kenny, a nice catch and yards after catch, of course.
Indeed, he's got a lot of ability. They have moved the chains there. Kevin Walsh is a good screen receiver, also good downfield. And look, even the Stingrays are coming out in no huddle here, so it's going to be a fast game of football here. Yeah, Damien Malloy takes it. He's going to try and run himself, and he's going to get met at the line there after picking up a yard. Monasola Mona making a tackle there, as well as
the Ravens were ready for that one, Kenny. Damien Malloy, they're taking the snap that quickly. They knew he was going to keep the ball all the way.
I think that definitely would have been in their game plans for this week. It's going to bring up 2nd down and no gain on that play. In fact, maybe a loss of half a yard.
I find it interesting that both teams have come out with a hurry-up offense. Clearly, as you stated, it looks like they're going to try and be as fast as they possibly can today.
And even that was a huddle there, but that was also very fast. They didn't spend much time in that huddle at all. A 2x2 set here. Dylan Napier, the rookie wide receiver, he's on the left slot. Damien Malloy with James Taylor in the backfield. Walsh in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep to Walsh. Walsh is going to be met. Leon, no, he cuts it back up. He's making some people miss, and he picks up a couple of yards there, and a good jet sweep there from Kevin Walsh.
We have a replay on the screen of that play. You see the snap and then the read on the inside. Nice cut by the import player. People are watching today. If you want to keep an eye on the back of the helmets, you'll see a very, very large green and gold emblem with an eye. That's indication that those players are import players playing for the teams here today.
You won't in fact see any more than 2 on the one field at once. That's part of the import player rules. You can only have 2 on the field at any given time. And here they go by a 3-by-1 set. I think that's Matthew Riles here on the near side sideline. James Taylor in the backfield. Kevin Walsh in his usual slot. Damo's going to take the snap. 3-step drop. He's going to look to the outside there, and it bounces off the hands. Luckily not to be picked off there. Jamal Potty has got 8 picks in the year. He lurks that deep third really well. I'm going to see on replay here. He did get a step on his corner there, but we're going to see it go off the hands. And you think they're going to try and open up this passing game here?
I mean, no surprises to me that the Stingrays have been passing the ball for sure. Matthew Riles, good receiver, you know, and unfortunately was just a tad overthrown from my view. But yeah, they definitely want to test these Ravens, yeah, for sure, in their secondary.
Here they go again. Kevin Walsh this time, left stop. Matthew Riles, near side sideline. Damien Malloy is going to take it. He's going to go for a pass. We've got a comeback route, but it's caught there. Number 89 on the play, and can he bring it in? He might. It looks like he stepped out of.
It looks like he's out of bounds. Kenny, it looks like he's out of bounds there, but that was a brilliant play. And as you said, testing him then, Matthew Riles again.
Indeed, number 89. I confused him with number 86 there. Matthew Riles on that far side sideline. He was a proven wide receiver last year, and he's come back this year and making big plays on the big stage once more.
Yeah, first and goal, Stingrays early in the game, Kenny. As you said, we thought they might be throwing the ball, but I don't think the corner was out of position there. It was just a really nice catch.
Yeah, it's a fantastic... Oh, it's Calvin... I believe that's Calvin Young out there. He's a state DB. He's the best corner on this lineup, and here we go. Power formation here. Damien Malloy's going to try and go take it outside. Can they reach him first? He's going to roll over the end zone. Touchdown, Gold Coast.
Damien Malloy on the carry. We'll definitely show that one. You'll see the run over to the right-hand side here, Kenny. Nice blocking by the right-hand side of the Stingrays.
This is very likely. I think everyone saw this coming. Damien Malloy with a QB keeper, and he's going to roll over the right edge. There's actually some sort of contain there, but Damien Malloy can go up north and south really quickly on a dime, and that's what he did right there. And he gives the Ravens the first score of the day.
Yeah, I mean, the Stingrays up. They're going to go for, I would say they're going for one here, setting up an obvious kicking formation. Early score, the Stingrays, 6-0.
And Reese Perkins goes for the kick,
and
it is successful. So the Gold Coast Stingrays add an extra point, and they now lead the Bayside Ravens in Sunbowl 37-0. Okay, the Ravens, if they're going to stay in this game, they're already leading the underdogs here. They need to keep the confidence up here. They can't let an early score like that dictate the rest of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no surprises of the way that both teams came out in this game. I think, well, I guess we were surprised about the no huddle, but it's quite clear that these two are testing each other out with a series of very quick plays. I don't think the Ravens did any extremely wrong in that series, but the Stingrays a nice catch and yards after catch, yes, and set up the nice run for Damien Malloy.
That's exactly right.
So 7-0 Stingrays, very early here.
Extremely early in the first quarter. Here comes Reese Perkins to try and kick it off here. Back deep to return is Calvin Young, who's a very dangerous returner. Hence why you see the line drive, and that's going to go out the back for a touchback. 2
kickoffs, 2 touchbacks, Kenny. That shows some nice kicking ability by both teams here.
So here comes...
Same team, though.
Here comes Mitch Tierney leading the offense back on the field for the Bayside Ravens. They had a 3 and out there. They were probably disappointed with that first offensive possession there, but they did move the ball well, just couldn't come up on 3rd down. So surely Holiday Miller is going to be featured in this game plan once more, but we'll see if these wide receivers are going to start seeing some action on the outside.
I have no doubt whatsoever Holiday Miller will play a big part in this game today, Kenny.
Yes, sir. Here we come again. Trips formation to the right. It's Liam Edwards far to the left, and it gives the Holiday Miller up the middle. He's going to get met pretty early, though, but he doesn't stop his legs.
Nice tackle right at the line of scrimmage there. I'll just see who that was. 51, perhaps. It might have been...
31, Chris Mooney.
Yeah, Chris Mooney, been in the league for several years. But, I remember him as a junior, but now he's come through as a senior, and Oh, yeah, he's retired about 9 times, but he's still out there and still makes great tackles.
I'm pretty sure he's broken records for the amount of retirements, but the snap is here to Mitch Tierney. He's looking to
nice
Mitch
read. That's a really nice read.
But it's an even better tackle there from Reece Perkins, and I think Mitch Eve only grabbed a yard out of that.
I think that's what the Ravens need, is to have Mitch just chip away and get him a little bit of confidence in his receiving core, which is exemplary.
3rd and 8 here for the Bayside Ravens. 3rd and 6, sorry. They're spreading the field out once more. Let's see if Tierney wants to test his arm here and test this Gold Coast defensive backfield. In motion goes Eve. Play action pass that gives Holiday Miller. Gets met in the backfield from that Gold Coast Stingrays defense, and they deny them an opportunity to convert, bringing up another 4th down here for Bayside.
It was a big 3rd down for the Ravens there, Kenny, and I think they just dialed up the wrong number there, unfortunately. But nevertheless, they're very confident that Holiday Miller can wear these guys down.
Well, look, they're committed to establishing this running game. Regardless of the situation, most would consider that a passing situation, but it didn't succeed. So here we are for a 4th and 11. This time, Travis Reynolds into punt this time.
Okay, we have a different punter here. Nice snap this time, and a left-footed kick. It's a beautiful punt.
It's going to go down.
An absolutely beautiful punt. That's a huge. What a great punt.
Oh, and that's going to be out at what looks like perhaps the.
There is a flag on the play as well, Kenny, and around where the punter was standing when he kicked the ball. So we'll have to see what the result of that one is.
Usually that's running into the kicker or maybe even a holding. So we'll get a call from the head referee.
It's going to be roughing the kicker, I think. So that should bring up an automatic 1st down, I believe, Kenny.
Indeed, it will.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, number 36, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Bit of a break there, Kenny, for the Ravens offense.
Indeed, you would have just seen there, I think it might have been Ezekiel Peru perhaps. He came in and not only did he hit the kicker, but he hits the swinging leg of the kicker, I think, and I think that is always an automatic 1st down. So the Ravens have a chance to keep this drive alive here. And it's a good thing they didn't need to use that fantastic punt there from Travis Reynolds. So
it was one of the best punts I've seen for a long time, but I'm sure he'll be able to do it once again. Well, I guess the Ravens are hoping he won't have to, but 1st down for the Ravens.
3 receivers to the left side of the field. Holiday Miller to Tierney's right. He's going to go in motion. They're going to give it to Holiday Miller in the backfield via a swing pass. He's going to try and make some people miss. He has. And he's made some good yardage, and I think he might have picked 5, maybe even 6 yards there. We're going to see that on replay here. Break it down for us, Bucky.
Well, it's a strange one. He's come from motion from left to right, and Mitch is it's obviously playing. It's a little swing pass, and it's a beautiful move at the last bit, a little shake and bake, and he's up the sideline for a very nice. You'll see it here. Beautiful swing, a little shaking back right there. It makes him miss, and a beautiful 6 yards.
And once again, we've got to keep up with this fast-paced offense from the Bayside Ravens here. 2-by-2 set, and Tierney's dropping back to pass. He finds Templar on the flat. He's going to get a curl route there and pick up maybe 3 yards before he's corralled by 1,000 Gold Coast Stingrays there, including Ike Somerville, the state DB for Gold Coast, and number 9, Frankie Roosevelt, another state DB.
I tell you what I'm liking here, Kenny, is a variation of the offense of the Ravens. They're getting the ball into several hands now, and it's going to build the confidence of the receivers. And not only that, but Mitch is running the show, and that's where he should be.
Oh, and he's free play here. The defense has jumped offside, and no, they're going to whistle it
They're
dead.
going to have a whistles here because they're unabated, I think, Kenny, to the quarterback, unfortunately.
Unabated, or perhaps was there a false start here? We'll see from
possibly
referee.
right.
Prior to the snap, offside, number 59, unabated access to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Head referee there, Mark Louis, with the explanation. So it's going to be a 1st down again for the Ravens. This is a good drive, Kenny. They're taking in the field, the ball down the field in a very positive action.
Yes, they are. And here we go. A little tight trips bunch out wide here. Liam Edwards is alone off to the Stingray sideline. Tierney now shouting commands. Holiday Miller's behind him in the pistol formation. It's going to be a gift to Holiday Miller from the pistol, and he's going to rumble forward and pick up some solid yardage.
59 on the tackle was Ben Hartley. For the Gold Coast Stingrays. Good positive yards again.
Yes, it is. And he was tackled there from state linebacker Ben Hartley, who had a fantastic campaign earlier in the year. But Holiday Miller, who also had a fantastic campaign, he's keeping busy and he's keeping productive.
I'm liking this drive.
Tierney's going to play action fake. He's got Templar one-on-one. He's going to take the underneath route to Travis Reynolds, who makes the catch, but not much yardage there. Tackle there from number 36.
Yeah, the 36 was Ezekiel Perot, the linebacker for the Stingrays. Maybe a yard on the play, but third and whatever it is, about 5 yards, I guess, or 6 yards, I beg your pardon.
And I think we're seeing a timeout here to the Stingrays who want to try and halt the momentum to the Bayside Ravens.
Timeout. Stingrays. First charge timeout of the half.
So a timeout here, which is a good sign for Bayside. Perhaps that means they might have actually got this Gold Coast Stingrays defence on their back heels ever so slightly. But alas, they have a 3rd and 6 set for their assignment here.
Pretty much the first stoppage in the game, really, when you look at it, Ken. It's been pretty high, other than the score.
They had a chance to catch our breath.
Everyone gets a chance to catch your breath, guys, and maybe have another sip of that beer. But it's going to be 3rd down and 6 to go for the Stingrays to come back on a 34. And we've seen a lot of things happen already. And it's 5:47 left in the quarter still.
And just thinking back to that swing pass that was the Holiday Mill, it was eerily similar to some of the swing passes we're seeing from the Spartans and just in the last game.
Yeah, and it definitely was, wasn't it? Very similar. But I like the acceleration of this Holiday Miller. He really gets to the line.
He's a fantastic back. Many consider him the best back in the country. So here we are back in action. 2x2 here, spread formation for Tierney. Tierney, low snap, but he corrals it. A pass to Travis Reynolds there, and he's got some yardage there. Did he stretch the ball out far enough to try and pick up a first down here? It will be tight.
This looks very close. And of course, what's the 3rd down play, Kenny?
Oh, the Ravens are signalling first down.
Like
Stingrays on the opposite. I think it's going to be tight enough to have to get those chains out.
Very nice yards after catch. Oh, we're going to just let you know Motor Marine. Sell your car, boat, ute, van or truck, motorbike, caravan at Motor Marine. You can place your ad at anything on wheels or on the water absolutely free at www.motorandmarine.com.au.
Yes, they can.
We might have one more look at that, Kenny, on replay and see where we think he went out of bounds.
I'm going to try and see where that ball is by the time he steps out of bounds there. He's got it tucked under the right arm there, and we're not going to quite make it. Looks like he might have got on that what looks like the 30-yard line. We're slowing it down, trying to get an exact look of where this is.
Really good camera work there, and fantastic slow-mo there, Kenny. That looks very close to me.
He looked like
Remember, it's where the ball is as he goes out of bounds, so not the position of the feet.
But where we see this ball here, and it looks like the Ravens are cheering. As long as that, we can't quite get a shot of the ball there, but as long as that ball is past what's called the lollipop there, the Ravens will continue this drive. We're seeing a couple of different signals here, some suggesting it's tight. And there it is.
Inches in it, Kenny. Looks like it's going to be a 4th down. But of course it is inches in it, so the Ravens have it close.
Short, 4th down.
You're exactly right. That little symbol there, he closes his fingers. That suggests that they are in fact short and is only inches. Given that the field position and the fact the Ravens aren't much of a field goal kicking team, I think that the Ravens are just going to try and pound this over for a first down. What do you reckon, Glenn?
Oh, well, we're not the coaches of the Ravens, but absolutely this drive is going forwards, and why wouldn't you? I mean, if I was a betting man, I think Holiday Miller might get this football.
And your money might be proven to correct, as here comes Holiday Miller in the backfield behind Tierney. And the referees there
just the chains are being placed, I think, Kenny.
Stepping over and making sure no one gets a snap while the chains are getting reset. So here we are, 4th and inches for the Bayside Ravens. Can they convert? Oh, and unfortunately, a false start is going to move this play back, and we'll see if the Ravens continue to go for it here. But Liam Edwards, the wide receiver.
False start.
I think
Number
it was
17
Liam Edwards on
offense.
the
5-yard penalty. Still the 4th down.
As we saw there, Mark Louis, head referee, marking that it was a false start, the receiver getting a bit of an early jump there. It's got to be heartbreaking for the young lad who's playing in his the Sunbowl in his first year here with the Ravens.
Probably, but let's just hope that's his only mistake of the day. I'm sure he'll shake it off. He's got a wealth of experience. His father is one of the very early foundation members of the Bayside Razorbacks.
Exactly right,
so
Ian
I'm sure
Edwards.
he'll be fine.
So the Ravens now have to convert a 4th and 6.
Snaps down, deep drop for Tierney. He's got pressure, he moves out of the pocket, finds Travis, and he's going to get a first down and more. He's going to test the left-hand side, and he's going to make some yardage and be downed. Well, looks around the 15-yard line. But no, they claiming that there's a strip there, but whistles have been blown. Let's see where this possession ends up.
Clearly there was whistles there, Kenny. I guess the Stingrays thought the player wasn't down.
Yeah.
But there will be replay on the screen for us, but it was first down.
First down to the Stingrays.
And we're going to see in a replay here as a turnover. Reynolds has coughed up this ball and it's been recovered from the Stingrays. Let's see on replay what happens here. Tierney does a fantastic job, doesn't he? Climbing the pocket.
Patience, yes.
Finding Reynolds, and we're going to see a tackle here there from... oh, it's a big tackle there, and the ball's come loose. That's Frankie Roselette there, the state DB, also one of the captains. And now the Stingrays here, quick to move on the ball. So that's going to be frustrating for the Ravens there. Oh, and here we go.
There's a timeout by the Ravens here.
The ruling on the field was a fumble by the Ravens, recovered by the Stingrays. This play is under further review.
This is one of the exciting parts of this year's Sunbowl. With the new equipment we have here set with Paul Mills here at the production team, we have a chance to review some of these plays here, and the referees are going to try and use it now. What do you reckon, Glenn? It's close. Did he get his shoulder down?
Well, I mean, the one thing to remember here with video review is that they have to find conclusive proof to overturn it. The ruling on the field is that the Stingrays have taken possession, so they have to find conclusive proof, in the opinion of the replay official, that the Ravens player was down before the ball came out. So that's what they're reviewing. It's clearly, you can see the player coming to the ground.
But we'll have to see where the ball starts to come loose here.
Yeah, that's the ticket, is when the official has the opinion that he can clearly see the ball is not in possession of the Ravens player.
And I think we're getting an official call here from Mark Louis any minute now.
Remember that the on-field call was first down Gold Coast Stingrays, that they had recovered the ball after a fumble. So they have to find proof that that wasn't the case. It appears that we can't. It will not be overruled from here. The play on the field will stand.
The ruling on the field of a fumble by the Ravens, recovered by the Stingrays, stands. First down Stingrays on the 12-yard line.
And there you have referee Mark Louis confirming that, Kenny.
That's it. So much to dismay to the Bayside Ravens, that turnover won't be overruled, and the Stingrays get to continue cheering, and here comes their offense. Damien Malloy and that wealth of wide receivers. The snap is to Malloy. Malloy's looking to his right. He finds a receiver there as well, and he is going to be claimed from number 25, Joshua Duncan Ross, but not after making about 6 yards. I think that was number 86.
It looks like Riku Taja on the reception there for the Stingrays. It will be about 7 or 8 yards to go. Oh, probably about 7, I'd say. But it'll be second down for the Stingrays.
Riku Taja picking up his first catch for the day. He's another international player, not an import, but an international player who actually has played for the Finland national team.
Oh, well, there you go. More interesting twist to the Sunbowl.
So here we go, 3-by-1. It's going to be a give to James Taylor, but he coughs the ball up. Can the Ravens recover? We're going to see who's got the ball here, the Ravens or the Stingrays. Can the Stingrays hold on? No, and Elijah Sinapati's coming out with the ball.
Yeah, I think that ball just popped right into his hands there. Yeah, he has a hold on it.
Fumble on fumble there. The Ravens this time get the ball, and Elijah Sinapati, the big defensive tackle, he recovers for the Ravens.
The coach's dream when the defense comes up with a play like that one to, after surrendering the ball,
the defense stands
up.
Get
it back in a similar position.
That's exactly right.
So here come the Ravens once again.
You'll see Jacob Templar, a key target in the red zone here with the flashy yellow boots near to your screen. He's going to throw. He's going to try and find a jump ball with Travis Reynolds, but it'll be incomplete. Fantastic coverage there from the Gold Coast Stingrays. It's number 4, Reese Perkins on the play.
Yeah, it looked like in on that was Bradley Fraser, perhaps on the free safety coming across. Probably had a play on the ball, but it was hard to get to the ball because of his other player there. It looked like Reese Perkins was also involved in the defensive play.
And Mitch Tierney, quick to get action going. Holiday Miller's taking his 7th carry for the day. And he's going to get taken down. Might have picked up a yard, if that.
Dennis Gilmore in on the tackle there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Number 46. In replay, you'll see nice hole to the right. But again, Dennis Gilmore just closing in play down. And no real gain. But 3rd down for the Bayside Ravens.
So we've got a 3rd and 8 here. Travis Reynolds is a very popular option in these red zone and the converting options just due to his size. Wouldn't be surprised to see a jump ball just be thrown up in the air here. And here it comes, a big jump ball to Travis Reynolds. Can he bring it in? No, it's incomplete.
44 on the defense there would be Ike Summerfield, the corner. Grossly outweighed the height difference there, but managing to defend quite well there on Josh Reynolds.
As I said, Travis Reynolds a very popular option in the end zone for the Ravens. It is 4th down here, but Ravens not a field goal kicking team. They're going to take another shot at converting.
Yes, and why not? With all the talent they have, you know, on offense here, they're going to give this a shot here.
So Mitch Eve lined up a little bit closer here. Travis Reynolds, the man who just was passed through, he's off to his right, as well as Templar on the near side sideline. Play action fake. He's looking for Trav Reynolds. Trav Reynolds got the 1st down. Can he rumble into the end zone? I think he can. Touchdown Ravens! The Bayside Ravens, Mitch Tierney, a pass to Travis Reynolds, big number 88, and he catches the ball well short. But you're going to see on replay here, he's about 5 yards short there, Glenn, before he rumbles over the end zone.
What great legs! What great leg strength there to keep those pumping along with 2 Stingrays hanging on and obviously pushing the other way. He's rumbled it in the end zone. Great read, beautiful route, and a nice nice run up the middle. And he's got 3 in fact. And then a 4th comes in, and you can see the player coming in to help try and assist there. He's already scored at that stage. Absolutely fantastic strength there. Travis Reynolds.
And got to say as well, that offensive line for the Bayside Ravens, fantastic protection after the play action fake.
Yeah, Mitch seems to have plenty of time to do what he wants to do. And he did.
And the Ravens, not a PAT kicking team.
Now we have a flag at the set.
Prior to the snap, delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the try for point.
Similar to the Colts game, it's not going to really bother Mitch at all. They'll give him an extra 5 yards to play with. He's got plenty of room for his receivers now.
So, but they are getting a bit of a personnel change here.
It might be they might go for the kick here.
And yes, I think you're right. Mona Solomono, the kicker, or at least one of the 2 kickers here for the Bayside Ravens.
Well, it's in the strength of their boot. They won't have any problem kicking the distance, that's for sure.
So the last time Mona Solomono attempted a kick.
And we have another flag here, and we'll see what the explanation is.
Substitution infraction. The Ravens return with 12 players on the field. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try for point.
Okay, we have what happened there? The 12 offensive players had come onto the field and had actually set up, so therefore that's an infraction. So
very difficult when you decide to try and change your mind halfway through. But Mona Solomono, the last field goal he attempted was against the Bears back in round 11.
Again, it won't bother him for the distance.
And let's see, that kick was blocked. Let's see if he can boot this over for the extra point. Snap's good, the snap's down, and it's going to...
It actually was hands on the ball and blocked. So
a blocked kick there. So with that block, the Gold Coast Stingrays are going to hold on to a 1-point lead here. Your current score with 3:13 remaining in the first quarter. The Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Bayside Ravens 7-6.
Yeah, it didn't really catch. It was so quick I didn't catch who got the block or the pressure on there. But the Ravens still trailing only by the single point. A very good drive. It was a very impressive drive in the variation of their plays, and got a couple of breaks. But you've got to take those when they come. And the Ravens look very confident in their offense.
Yes, they do. And what's been amazing in his passing, and it's definitely off the back of some play action passing, but Mitch Tierney yet to be sacked in the drive so far, so that offensive line doing a good job.
Yeah, I hardly have real hurry on at all for Mitch. I think he's got that very good protection up front. Very good.
And he certainly needs it. Unlike a lot of the quarterbacks here in Gridiron Queensland, he is the definition of a pocket passer.
Holiday Miller is creating that problem that they have to commit to him, and that's creating that beautiful play action that the Ravens got going.
And this kick is going to be returnable. If it doesn't go out of bounds, it's going to be picked up from number 15. And he's going to be met immediately there from a wave of purple. And that was number 15 on the recovery. Usually that's Joe Drapier, the linebacker. He was usually in there to block, but the awkward kick forced him to pick up the ball. And the Stingrays are going to start on their own 8-yard line.
A very interesting kick there, Kenny. It looked deliberate till you had the ball spinning sideways. This is one of our Impact Sports, one of our major sponsors. If you need anything to do with sports at all, get along to Impact Sports and get them, and no problem at all. They'll be there for you. There we are. They're a major sponsor of Gridiron Queensland, and they're the premier supplier of shut football equipment. Play hard, play safe with Impact Sports Australia.
Speaking about impact, Damien Malloy is going to keep the ball here. He's going to dance his way out of trouble here. Can Jason Leon? He gets blocked. And some more blocks here. The Gold Coast Stingrays moving around well. And Damien Malloy takes it out of bounds. And there's a hard collision between himself and Calvin Young there. Two state DBs colliding just shy of the 30-yard line. I've got to say, Malloy was forced to move there, but some fantastic blocking from the guys on the back end of things.
There was plenty of big blocks going on there, wasn't there, Ken?
Jason Leon on the receiving end of a huge block from... I couldn't quite get which number for the Stingrays it was.
One of the receivers are a little good one too at the end there. 86, I think it was, for the Stingrays. That'd be Riku Tarja. That was a nice block as well.
I think it was Mark McIntyre, the left tackle for the Stingrays.
Yeah, I think it was.
Big blowing block on Jace Leon. And now... Oh, and off the hands of Matthew Riles there. He was open, had a step on the play there, and I think that's actually Darius Holiday-Miller playing a bit of defense there.
Yeah, the coverage there for the Ravens in there, as well as the other player, was number 40, and that was Nata
Togafu?
Yeah, one of the linebackers.
Yeah, Nata Togafu. He's one of the linebackers who played for Logan City last year, moved over to the Ravens, and he's definitely flourished under some of the new coaching he's gotten. Do apologise if we've been dropping out. We're just dealing with a couple of technical issues here, and a
couple of flags on that.
Is that a free play though? No, they're going to call him unabated to the quarterback. That's going to blow the play dead.
So it's third down, and we have flags on the play. So we'll see what the result of that one is, Ken. We're not too sure what's going on.
And we're going to hope that the Ravens are going to certainly hope that it's not against them. But I think we saw Marantha Togafu. I think he jumped offside well.
Offside, number 40, defense. 5-yard penalty, still the third down.
And there you had it. It's on the defense there. So not only does that give them 5 yards, but it gives them the first down. So the Gold Coast Stingrays, they get a first down in this play, and they get to run a first down offensive play here.
Stingrays on 1st and 10. A shotgun, Damien Malloy looking down the field.
Almost intercepted there from multiple players. There's Joshua Duncan Ross, who had his hands on it first, and then almost followed through by Benji Wilson.
Yeah, Duncan Ross was the first one there. And Ken, I think if he could have caught that, he was gone.
I think so. He's got some quick feet there, and perhaps if he was just a touch taller, he might have come away with an INT.
Just a reminder that we have the jumping castle and some free face painting down to the left-hand side of our field and down the end away from the league slump. Get along there, kids, and get yourself some free face painting and have a go at the jumping castle. If you're a senior, please stay out of the jumping castle.
And here comes Damien Malloy once again. I think that's James Taylor with him in the backfield. It's going to be a pass play here. He's looking over the middle. He's got Hataja there on the slant route, and I think he's well and truly got the first down.
He's pretty close to the marking. I'm not so sure that he made that, to be honest, Kenny, but he's very close indeed.
We'll see. We'll see where his knee was down when where the ball was when his knee went down. Well, it's going to be close. We might even be bringing that for another measure.
Yeah. Nice read by Damien. They're really quick hands.
Indeed.
But you can see that he reaches out the end. That really means very little. But it's with the position where when his knee comes down where the ball was, it appears to be just short.
Here comes a 3rd and inches here for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Walsh in at slot. He's going to go across the field. Malloy's going to try and run. He's going to dump it off to Walsh. And, it's off the hands of Kevin Walsh there, the import wide receiver.
Unfortunately for Duncan Ross on that play, he read that it was going to be tipped. Oh, he didn't read it was going to be tipped. Then it went down to the ground. If he would have stayed on his feet, Again, I think he was down the sideline.
I think Fortune's trying to hand him a favour here, and he just keeps getting away with himself.
Extremely lucky, yeah. The Ravens are reading this passing formation and routes very well, and they're timing the passes just that inch bit off. That brings up short, fourth and short.
Also, the third drop from these Stingrays wide receivers so far today.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's not raining. The wind isn't so bad. Let's see if they can bring in some of these passes. 2-by-2 formation here. Receivers set pretty wide on both sides, and
no, looked like a long count to me from the Stingrays, trying to bring the Ravens offside on fourth and short, and we'll just see what the result of the actual play was.
We'll have Mark Louis give us the word.
Plenty of contact in the middle. At the
Offside,
end of the day, they
number
made the first
67, defence, 5-yard penalty, first down.
First down for the Gold Coast Stingrays after the penalty assessment.
Both teams here have been giving up some easy conversions through penalties. We saw the Stingrays give up the automatic first earlier in the game. Now the Ravens giving up a couple through a couple of offsides and encroachment penalties here. I think we need to see a little more discipline from both teams here.
Yeah, as a coach, you don't want mental errors. Physical errors will happen no matter in what sport you play, but mental errors really kill the game.
Exactly right there, Glenn. So a fullback in now in the running back position, but it's standing in a 3-point stance. It might even be Chris Mooney. Chris Mooney's going to lead for Malloy, and Malloy's going to find about 4, maybe even 5 yards.
Yeah, nice run over to the right-hand side there by Damien, and I think they're going to definitely pick up 3 or 4 yards for sure, and bring up a second and around about 7.
The veteran Chris Mooney leading in a fullback there. He does it all.
Yeah, Chris likes to get on both sides of football. He's not afraid to, stand up, and that amazes me that he just does that year after year. It's not easy to play what we used to call Iron Man football. We play both ways.
And you certainly know well. You coached him all the way back in his early days when he was 15 years old.
Yeah, 15. I remember him as a young fella, and he was just as powerful then. We were back with the old Toowoomba team, and very powerful athlete.
And speaking of the man, he's in the backfield again. He's going to pass protect this time. Multiple routes. Damien Malloy's tucking and running. He's getting to the sideline there, makes a man miss, and hurdles for a huge amount of yardage considering the situation.
I'll be honest with you, Kenny, that looked textbook Damien Malloy to me. That's exactly what it had Damien likes to do, is tuck the ball away and have a nice run around the corner.
Damien Malloy is the type of superstar athlete that can turn pretty average plays into some extraordinary amounts of yardage. So if you don't contain him, he will hurt you.
Stingrays.
We had a timeout
Second
for the
timeout
Gold Coast
of the
Stingrays
half.
here after Damien's run to the left-hand side. You can see how he makes people miss. He's a talented athlete for sure. Both sides have it. And Damien just exploit. He loves to exploit defences, over commitment, and just cart around the outside. That won't be the first time we see that. Last time we see that today.
Oh, I think we're in for a whole bookload of that today. That was a Jason Lee on there, on the chase there. He's a state defensive end, but very few defensive ends can keep up with Damien Malloy when he gets outside the pocket.
Yeah, that's the secret, isn't it? Some matchups, and that's what he's looking for. Just like to say at this point, a very happy birthday to one of our officials, Julian Leonard. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Julian.
The 4th year official there. And we are coming off, this should be the last play of the first quarter. We have, as you see on your screen, we have 5 seconds remaining, and the teams are going to take a bit of a walk to the other side of the field.
I've just been told that Julian's 43 today. I find that hard to believe. I'm a lot older than him. I'm sure he's as old as me, but anyway, he must have one of those female birthdays where it doesn't happen. So happy 43rd, Julian.
I hope you heard that, mate. I know you're hard, you're concentrating, but that one was for you. 5 seconds, third down, 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Damien Malloy communicating with his wide receivers there. Snaps to Malloy. It's a pass play. He's looking deep. He's got Kevin Walsh, but the pass is overthrown there. Heroini on the coverage.
Yeah, and no worries for the Ravens. They're 2 very well positioned defensive backs there. So that'll bring up the end of the first quarter, I think.
That's exactly right. We might see this on replay here. Walsh, a double move there, but it is still well covered from the 2 safety corners there. That's Calvin Young and Alex Heroini at safety.
Yeah, I think the safety had that one pretty well covered. He's a good athlete, the import, of course, but no problem for the free safety there. And teams will just turn around. No real delay between quarters in our game, of course. It's just a matter of repositioning the chains and the officials and of course, the football. And away we go again. So at the end of the first quarter, we have the Gold Coast Stingrays 7 and the Bayside Ravens on 6, just 1 point separating these 2 very, very good teams. Okay, just reminding that time's running out to book your GQ 2014 awards presentation tickets. Celebrate the best and the best of our game next Saturday night. Tickets are available from www.trybooking.com and search Gridiron, or follow the links on the GQ website, of course, our Facebook or team app.
Oh, and a quick snap there. Damien Malloy's found some space there. A heavy set, and that springs Malloy for a first down. Stingrays.
Damien over the right side. A bit of ISO play, really. He was just basically had nothing in front of him. He just ran it himself. Replay, and you'll see it here. Oh, it's a little further away, but you'll see that he clearly has very little in front of him except 2 Ravens. But enough for the first down for the Stingrays.
Once again, great blocking there from the Stingrays. In this case, right tackle Michael McIntyre. He was playing a bit of left earlier, now he's playing right, and he set up a huge hole there for Damien Malloy to follow and pick up the good chunky yardage.
So the Stingrays threatening now the Ravens inside the 20.
1 for 1 for red zone attempts here. They've got Dylan Napier in the right hand slot, number 89. I think that was Matthew Riles here on your near side sideline. Damo looking right, he's going to try and find Napier over the middle. And the rookie
looked to pop out to me,
yes,
right on the
he
goal
did.
line, Kenny.
A fantastic throw there from Damien Malloy, and the rookie unfortunately couldn't bring it in there. Got the coverage there. I think it was once again Alex Heroini on the hit.
Yeah, intended receiver Dylan Napier, I should say. It looked like it was right in there, but it was just a position of probably the hands, and just pops out unfortunately right on the goal line. So bring up second down.
Talented young wide receiver. He's played many years in the Colts program. I've had to coach against the young man many times, and he's done well to come up and compete at the next level. Here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Damien Malloy has James Taylor in the backfield with him. It's double slants to the left. He's got the ISO receiver on the right. Touchdown Stingrays. Matthew Riles with the 18-yard reception for a touchdown.
Matthew Riles had the jump that time on the corner there and just ran practically to the back pylon, and a beautifully positioned pass from Damo in the back corner. Damien and it's just right there. You'll see it on there. It is there. The DB did get back to him, but it was game over by that time.
A lot of those, when you see that sort of distance between defensive back and wide receiver, a lot of the work's done early, and that's what Matthew Riles did. Beat him off the line and got behind him and accelerated.
Absolutely, but a fantastic pass, of course. You know, Damien Malloy put it right on the money. Perfectly done. So the Stingrays lining up for 1.
Kevin Walsh on the hold. Bruce Perkins to kick. Snaps good, snaps down, kicks up.
Much better this time.
PAT is good. So the Gold Coast Stingrays extend their lead. They currently lead the Bayside Ravens 14-6.
Now it'll be 14-6 to the Stingrays, I believe, Kenny. 14-6.
14-6 indeed.
11:15 in the second quarter. The Ravens are still playing very well. I mean, that was a good drive. Obviously, a couple of great runs by Damien Malloy there, and the turnaround of the quarter. I don't think that really helped the Ravens with their momentum, to be honest with you. But now they get the football back, and we can see what they can do with it.
That's exactly right. It looks like both offenses are going to be pretty relatively comfortable moving this football. Both
absolutely.
Both proving they can score there, and as well as the defense, both proving they can make plays. So that usually translates to an exciting game of football.
I think this is going to come down to mistakes. So who's going to turn over the ball more is going to be the team that's going to be in trouble, I think.
Exactly right.
So we'll see how we go.
Perkins with a deep kick. It's returnable. Can Calvin Young get underneath it? Yes, he can. Takes it at the 7-yard line. Looks for a block. Makes a man miss. He's going to circle around. Going to try and find the sideline. Keeps in bounds and then takes it out of bounds. Probably at the 26, maybe 27-yard line there, and takes it a big hit out of going out of bounds.
One thing you want to see at the end of this play here, Kenny, you'll see a fantastic block made by number 94, Sam Matuitia. And I'll tell you what, as soon as he did that, there's no bad sportsmanship in this whatsoever. In fact, he actually leans down. And watch this, you'll see the block coming. Boom. And watch what he does after the play. If you see it, he reaches down and helps the guy to his feet.
That's exactly right.
And that's the way the game should be played.
That's exactly right. It's a tough game, it's a rough game, but it doesn't have to be not a gentleman's game. So
there was no celebration of what he's done at all. It was just a fantastic block, and he helped the guy up to his feet.
A give to Holiday Miller now on first down. He's made some men miss. He's got some yardage. Fumble. Ball's out, and it's recovered. Ezekiel Peru on the play.
Yeah, number 36 there for the Stingrays says, yeah, you're exactly right, Mr. Peru. I'll tell you what, exactly what we just talked about. And mistakes that come out. Unfortunate for Holiday Miller, because he broke free there.
Yes, he did. He did a fantastic job, but unfortunately when you get out in the open field, sometimes you lose a bit of awareness, and a helmet at the right place can really pop that ball out.
Absolutely, that's exactly what happened. And yeah, the Stingrays benefit from that, from pouncing on the football, and that's going to be first down Stingrays now, straight after a score. That's not good for the Ravens.
They're definitely not. They want to try and swing momentum here, but a lot of the heart of this team is in this defensive unit here. We saw them last time. After a turnover, 2 plays later, they forced one of their own. Let's see if they can do the same sort of thing here.
Yeah, little doubt that the Ravens D here will step up and they'll try very hard to shut this down very quickly. A 3 and out is what they're looking for.
And they're going to miss out. I think they're going to get a delayed game here. No, he gets the ball away just in time. Malloy's going to go to the left-hand side in a scramble, and he's going to pick up 6 yards.
Pretty close to the marker, but he's going to be a couple of yards short. But again, a classic Damien Malloy scramble there. Just tuck it away and head for outside. We'll see on the replay that wasn't a heck of a lot happening down the middle. And he took straight off. I think that was a design play, Kenny.
I think so there. I was trying to see his receivers as well. And we got some... oh, it looks like John Madden's visited us for a little bit.
Yeah, whoop! He comes there. He's going, not sure what's happening.
But yes, Damien Malloy, can't stress it enough. Your defensive ends or your outside linebackers need to contain him, or he will get out and he will hurt you. Malloy, Stingrays quarterback in the pistol formation.
Nice block.
He's going to look for a man deep, and it's going to be overthrown there.
Hitaja. Receiver there again was 86, Riku Hitaja. And there was a really lovely block by the running back on that play that released. He gave the quarterback a little bit more time, Damien Malloy, but just overthrown.
So another deep pass. Looks like the Stingrays here not afraid to throw this ball deep. They're not going to rely on the slants or the curls. Yep. They're going to try and test this Ravens defensive backfield, and they're going to keep moving that ball vertically.
That's definitely one thing about both of these teams. They will take a shot on you. Absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly right. So the score with 10:32 remaining, the Gold Coast Stingrays leading 14-6.
Now we've only got 2 yards to go here, Ken, and we've still in shotgun situation. So Damien looks to be looking for one of the receivers on him, possibly an in and out or something.
Some sort of double move, and we see it crossing around there to Walsh.
There's the out, and he's very close to the point, to the line to gain.
Who was that? Number 12 on the play there. Matthew Richardson, the running back, playing a bit of wide receiver. He look, there's a short yardage there. I thought they might have tried to take down field and go for it on 4th down, but they moved the chains here and they got another set of downs to work with.
Yeah, bread and butter plays, those outs. If you can spread out, and you see that they had the 3 receivers on this side, which sort of strangles your ability to run a zone on the other side, and you man one-on-one, and just simple out, and there's your 2 yards right there.
That's exactly right, and a fresh set of downs to work with.
And this time they're going to go spread.
Stingrays from their 25 yards out there. Malloy looking to his sideline for a confirmation there, and the flag will be thrown to delay the game, it looks.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, number 6, offense. 5-yard penalty, still the first down.
So for those
Mark Louie, the head referee, giving an explanation again. I think from memory, this could be his 10th Sunbowl in senior men's.
That's exactly right. His 10th Sunbowl that he's head refereed. So definitely one of the most, one of the more. Actually, yeah, he would be the most experienced referee we have. 28 seasons under his belt.
I would believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Tim Renshaw also has been around a long time in the league, and Mark, I remember him playing when I was very, very young. Sorry, refereeing, I should say, obviously.
2-by-2 formation here. Malloy, we'll see here.
Lots of movement on the line both ways there. Lots of flags thrown. We'll see what the result of this one is.
I think, in fact, it might have been a false start there. Referees having a conversation here, and here's Mark Louie with a call.
Prior to the snap, illegal snap. Number 79, center, double move the ball. 5-yard penalty, still the first down.
You hear Mark Louie's explanation there, Kenny, was a legal snap. Anyone who doesn't know what that is, it means that the centers actually moved the ball without it being an actual snap, which means that it drew the defense off and so forth, therefore was not part of the game.
That's exactly right. Once you get your hand on the ball, bar getting your hand in position, you need to get need to keep it relatively still. And it's a pass there. Dylan Napier, the rookie. He picks up a catch there, and he's tackled there from number 25, Joshua Duncan Ross.
Yeah, Joshua Duncan Ross on the play there. I mean, what could he do? I mean, it was just a great pattern route and a beautiful thrown ball. Did everything he could do. He was right in his back pocket, but a good completion for the short gain.
Nice little combination route there. Kevin Walsh going in, inside receiver going vertical, and then he clears out the defense, and Napier is the recipient of a good designed pass play.
I like these corners from the Ravens. They're very physical, right up in every play. They're with the ball. I mean, I can see a pick coming soon.
Here we go. Malloy drops deep. He's pressured, and he's taken down for a sack as Mona Solomona on the play.
Yeah, nice play there by the D line of the Ravens, right where they should be, and the result of play 99 there. Mona Solomona, no problem at all, and brings Damien to the ground. That's not easy.
Let's see on this in replay. I think you'll see the pocket is broken down. The Caesar Hebel, the import there for the Bayside Ravens, and Mona Solomona chases him down for the sack.
Yep, dealing with blocks and then also bringing down the quarterback for a loss. So that's good work by the D lineman there.
So that's the first sack of the day for either team right here, and that's going to put the Stingrays in an awkward position here, a third and 18.
Yeah, really uncomfortable here for the Rays here, third and very long.
Snaps to Damien Malloy. He's got pressure. He's going to roll to the outside. Ravens need to converge here because he can make something happen. And he's taken down short of the first stick there, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You can see on this play, on the replay, that Damien knew that he was under pressure and he just had to scamper somewhere. Not very much room around that left end that time, and he just had to get back to the original line of scrimmage as best he could.
This is where it's key to make big plays early in the down count, that is, because that allows you to send some pressure, and even if Malloy takes off for 6, maybe even 7 yards there, it's not as damaging as moving the chains on a third and short.
There by the defense at all. In fact, it was a great play by the defense. I mean, Damien, was no way he was ever going to pass that football, so the only risk you have is a broken play from Damien. So, yeah, kudos to them. Well done to the defense. It brings up fourth and long.
We're seeing a timeout being taken here.
Timeout. Stingrays. That is their final timeout of the half.
They're taking the timeout here, the Stingrays, with the fourth and long. Probably discussing, absolutely what they're going to do with the, the distance here is 12 yards, but is it kickable, or what are we going to do? That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Yeah, I think in this situation, I think this will be a very far field goal if they were going to try and go for it. They have got a pretty solid kicking game, but I don't think many teams in GQ will be attempting a field goal from here. But that was the Stingrays' last time out for the half. There's 7 and a second remaining there. The Ravens still yet to use one. They still have 3 timeouts for this half, so that'll come in handy should they take the last possession of the game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, definitely, and that's exactly what the Ravens will be looking for. I mean, let's face it, they're only the one score and a bit behind, so they'll be looking for that. I'd just like to thank Vulcan Fireworks today coming along, and they're helping us out with everything they're doing. One of the major sponsors.
You might have noticed all the fireworks going on at pre-game and stuff like that. That's all thanks to our friends at Vulcan Fireworks. Damien Malloy dropping a designed roll. He's looking for Riles. Riles is on the catch there. He's going to take it out of bounds at what looks like the 11-yard line.
He's right at the spot where he should be. I think it's going to be very, very close though, Kenny.
That's impressive. I think they've got it there. I'm trying to see where it's lined up on the other side of the field there, and it looks like it's right on the 11. It's going to be close. I see the chains moving, and they in fact have moved the chains.
That will be first down.
On the 12-yard, sorry, not the 11 as I previously mentioned. And now, Matthew Riles takes it to the 10-yard line.
Damien Malloy will be having a huge sigh of relief right there, mate. He brings up his first down. Now he can start all over again.
That's
he's got the 3-down situation.
And look, the Rays
are
2 for 2 in the red zone at the moment. They've made the best of their chances in close. It's going to be a jump ball here. Oh, and a fantastic grab. Unfortunately, it was out of bounds. Matthew Riles being very acrobatic on that play.
Yeah, same play. But again, these DBs, look at the position of the DB here. It makes a guy go further than he really needed to go. I think that's pretty good coverage in my books. That was Alex Harawini, I think, on the strong safety. Good position, made the guy go further than he really needs to do. And result, incomplete pass.
Yeah,
second and 10.
That's exactly right. The strong safety there, Alex Harawini. He's in his second season now. Came towards the back end of the Ravens last year. Has really learnt a lot with a full preseason under his belt this season.
I think got some very good defensive coaching, obviously, down at the Bayside area. And here goes Damien again.
Over the middle to Riles. Pass falling incomplete there. That was really just off the hands of Matthew Rolls there. Tried to get the slant route and it's off the fingertips.
Yeah, I'm going to think that the wide receiver maybe took that one a little bit easy because that was right on the money, and he actually beat the same guy we just spoke about, and yeah, that one just went through the hands.
Yeah, I think
unfortunate. Yeah. You can download the e-program from TMAP on www.playergridiron.com, and you can download that. You get the whole program.
Exactly right.
Nothing.
Save some trees for us, guys. So this time we've got Hatajar on your near side sideline. Inside him is Dylan Napier. Kevin Walsh at the slot. The pass is to Walsh. Off the hands there. And Napier tried to make a play on it last second, but it falls incomplete. You got to wonder, there's been quite a few drops now from these Gold Coast wide receivers. One of these tip passes are going to turn into an interception, surely.
Yeah, that one very easily could have. I didn't like that play very much at all, Kenny. I didn't know what they were trying to gain there because that player was never going to go anywhere but where he caught that football on third down. Maybe they were just trying to get a little closer for the chip shot field goal. I don't know.
We'll see. Here we are, fourth down. And what you see there from head referee Mark Louis there, with those sort of handles, generally means that the team has suggested they're going to go for a field goal, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Here comes Reese Perkins to try and add 3 points. Snaps low, but it's picked up. Perkins with the kick up. Kicks up.
Wow, what
and
more
kicks good.
That was really quite quite clinical by the Stingray kicker there. Yeah, the snap was a little low, but what a beautiful timing.
Good recovery there.
Yeah, contact with
Look
the ball.
at that. What a fantastic hold as well. And there you go, Parky. You said the kicking was out of the game earlier in the day, and here's two PATs and a field goal for you.
Yeah, I take it all back. It's quite clear what the Stingrays were doing there. The field goal just to get that little bit extra work. That's nice work by the Stingrays. And the Ravens, well, they get the footy back with 6:30 to go.
And as well as 3 timeouts here. So they can try to scream it in and try to force a 3 and out with their defense, or they can just try and milk this drive all the way to halftime and take the last possession with the score.
Yeah, it's very important this drive for the Ravens has some sort of...
and hang on, let's get excited here. Number 8 is just taking the field. That's Christian Tangles McCarty. He's one who said he's retired as well, but it looks like he's coming back in for the big game here. He's a Ravens legend. And he's at Crazy 8, number 8 there. Christian Tangles McCarty on the special teams unit. And unfortunately for him, the play's going to go dead, so he's going to have to wait.
Unfortunately for Christian, he didn't get a chance to do very much there, but he didn't make him. He made a collision there with one of the players, and I'm sure he enjoyed every second of that.
I'm sure he did. Oh, look at that! That's some screen inception for you, for those watching at home. Screens on screens on screens.
Yes, it's all happening at the moment.
Offside on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
So they're making them re-kick the kickoff, Kenny. So it's still 6:30. No one took possession, so the clock obviously hasn't started again. So it's still Gold Coast Stingrays 17-6 over the Ravens with a re-kick to come.
Yeah.
And of course, the thing is, Christian is still on the field.
That's exactly right. One thing there, offside off the kickoff. Haven't seen it too often. The first time I'd personally seen it in a game was last week with the Ravens against the Wildcats in the playoffs. Here it is the second time in 2 weeks.
It's pretty rare. Obviously, with a lot of the rules that go on now, it just doesn't happen anymore. But, well, there you go. A little bit of overexcitement on the part of the Stingrays. All right, keep our eyes on Christian and see what happens here.
He's recovered there. I think that's Sam Matua there. Sam Matua.
Yeah, he got back to there. Christian McCarty made a block on that play, so well done, Christian. Well, good to see you back on the field, Tangles.
And there it is there,
the Ravens
guys.
offense
Nice little replay for you. So the Ravens take possession of the ball with 6:24 remaining in the second quarter. They have a full house of timeouts remaining, so we'll see if they can answer back and pull this score closer before the end of the half.
Yeah, I think the Ravens need to be patient here. I mean, there's no need to panic. They just need to have a nice drive.
I think so. Plenty of time. Being 3 points behind at halftime isn't the worst thing in the world. Darius Holiday-Miller's going to take a carry. He's going to pick up a couple of yards there.
Yeah, a couple of yards. A nice solid run again by the gifted running back. Nice blocking up front.
Yes, indeed. I think it might have been number 15 on the play there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. That's Joe Trapia, the talented linebacker.
So second and about 8, I'd say.
Indeed, second and 7.
In fact.
So this time it's a give to backup running back Joel Wood. and he is met by some very powerful defense. I think it's Frankie Roselette.
Yes, there's a couple of players who made initial contact there, but a good wrap by that player and pushing him back. I think Dennis Gilmore was in there as well, but a nice wrap up by Frankie on the play, the strong safety, and very little gain on the play, but third and maybe about 6.
Been watching his games over the season. Frankie Roselette, the import out of Canada, originally from SMU. He's a talented and a very physical safety who can make plays all across the field. Holiday Miller play action fake 10. He's looking deep.
Nice.
He's looking for Edwards. Oh, and Edwards, unfortunately, just short. The pass falls incomplete. And Edwards sniped on the play, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, unfortunately, one step really wasn't it? It was only one step. He was gone. If that ball was there, he was gone. As simple as that.
Exactly right.
Only one step in it.
There's a pass there to Liam Edwards, who we mentioned earlier is the son of one of the Raven forefathers, Ian Edwards.
Yeah, Ian Edwards is probably one of the best linebackers that's ever played here in Queensland.
There you go. So obviously he's got football genes in him, and he's doing the Raven faithful proud. Now moving into the Ravens as his turn comes along.
And again, these young receivers that we talked about earlier, the ability to get loose, he was gone. He was gone. And here's a punt from the Bayside Ravens.
This time, Travis Reynolds again. Whoa, big spiraling punt.
My goodness gracious, not even interested. Number 4 there. That's going to be a touchback. A beautiful punt by 88 from the Ravens. That's a monster.
Most people wouldn't be happy with a touchback there, but I mean, considering the field position for the Stingrays to be starting back around there in 2025, I don't think they can complain too badly.
The Ravens, you probably know, Kenny, have had a long list of punters that have come out of the AFL or whatever, starting back with Chappie Chapman,
That's
of course,
exactly
that I used to coach a long time ago with the Ravens. And I remember coming to training and Chappie would be ready with a bag full of bags. You could hear him kicking from about 2 blocks away.
Exactly.
He's an amazing punter and a gifted athlete. And of course, he now has his own channel getting players into the NFL through his own Kick Australia program.
And we can only hope that those sort of avenues open as more players seem to go overseas nowadays.
Yeah, and why not? Why not?
That's exactly right. The door has been completely ripped open by many of the players today, including Jesse Williams and Lance Tonga-Kilo nowadays. Ooh. And a big catch and also a big tackle there. Calvin Young on the tackle, Kevin Walsh on the play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a beautiful tackle too on that play. We see it on replay. It's a nice pass.
Kevin Walsh has been doing some damage.
He's all over it. That's a great play. It's Calvin Young, I believe, on the corner, and it just absolutely molesting the player there. A great tackle.
4:37 and the clock's running on the play here. 2nd and 4 to go. Stingrays on their own 26-yard line. Two by two set. Malloy in the backfield. Ravens rushing 4. Throwing nice there. I think it's to Matthew Riles there. Matthew Riles is going to get some yak and then taken out of the bounds just shy of halfway.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass to the outside. The only player that could catch that was a receiver. That's a beauty. But great pressure by the Ravens, I like this rush from the Ravens. It looks good. It is going to, I think there's going to be a pick here somewhere along the line by one of these guys.
We'll have to see here. And until then, Damien Malloy has kept himself mistake-free and has done well to evade pressure and get rid of the ball. He's playing fantastic today. Number 6 he is. All right, 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. 1 receiver out to the left.
Yeah, this is an interesting formation for the Stingrays, but 3 to the short side. So it's going to be.
And they're going to get speed option left. There we go. He pitches it out to the running back. And there's going to be a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Beautiful play by the Ravens. Number 40, that's Nada Togafu on the play.
Nada, yeah, Nada really read that nicely, didn't he? And no gain on the play.
And for those who are once again new to the game, that's one play that's eerily similar to some of our codes we're a little more familiar with here in Australia.
Yeah, that was. I like the way that this defense is getting a lot of north-south. They're not allowing the players any time to get yards up the field, and that was a great bring down for absolutely no gain whatsoever. And it's a second down.
Same formation except the trips are to the wide side here. Kevin Walsh once again the inside receiver on his screen, but they're going to go to the outside guy Matthew Rolls. Did that ball bounce?
Yeah, yes, I think that bounce well short of the receiver there, Ken. I think you spotted that perfectly well. Very short. It looked for all money to be a screen out here to the left-hand side, to the right-hand side, I should say. But he's just thrown it to the open receivers. Well, when I say open, one-on-one, but that was well short.
Matthew Rolls getting a lot of work today, the second-year wide receiver. He been working the outside routes really well, and he got another opportunity there, but the ball was just a little bit low.
Yeah, injured Raven, I think, on the far side. I'm pretty sure. No, it's a Gold Coast Stingray. I beg about it.
I think it might have been. Was it the running back who took the pitch there initially? Was that from James Taylor or?
I'm not too sure. The player, it might have even been the intended receiver. I'm not so sure.
Matthew Riles.
But he didn't get up very quickly, and I think he might have been twisted up a little bit funny on the play. So we'll just have that player been attended to.
Yes, in fact, yes, indeed, Matthew Riles. But fortunately for the Stingrays there, he's walking off and he looks reasonably healthy. So
yep, he's up and he's walking across on his own power. That's all good.
Hopefully,
it brings up what, 3rd and 10, I believe. Yeah, 3rd and 10.
Back soon.
And 3:06.5, can he?
That's exactly right here. The Ravens will want to make a stop here. They've still got 3 timeouts, so if they can force a 4th down here and get the punt here, they'll have time to make something happen.
Yeah, this is a big down for the Ravens right here.
Trips to the open side. Trips bunch. It's a vertical looking concept.
Good coverage.
He's got Kevin Walsh there on a diving attempt, which would have been absolutely amazing, but the ball goes off his hands, and that's an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th down for Gold Coast.
Fantastic athletic ability there. On nice route and a beautiful dive, but unfortunately just off the tips of the fingers, and that does bring up 4th and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Got to say, Damien Malloy is making some fantastic throws today, and there was a lot of talk throughout the season that he was nothing more than a gimmick quarterback. I think he's going out and proving a lot of people wrong today. He can stand in the pocket and he can deliver some of these beautiful passes.
Yes, I have to agree. So this is bringing up 4th, and it looks like the Stingrays will definitely be punting the ball away.
Reece Perkins, the kicker and punter.
That's a pretty nice punt too. That's going to get a nice roll.
Oh, and this could be very awkward. And Kevin Walsh, I think, might have just stopped it. Let's see where they down it, and it looks like they're downing it at the 1 yard line. We're going to see this on replay. What a hustle play. We saw this early in the Spartans where Jason Goff almost did it, but Kevin Walsh chases that all the way to the 1 yard line. Ravens are going to be playing out of the shadow of their own goalposts. Look at that. What a hustle there from Kevin Walsh.
Yep, he knew exactly what was going on there.
So once again, for those viewers who aren't so familiar,
but I think what the referees and officials are saying there, Ken, he never really was in possession of the football.
Yeah, that's a fantastic call.
Ended up hitting the end zone.
Had he actually down that and had position there, and not just knocking it back there, that could have happened. But since he just mainly knocked it back there, ooh, I don't know. But they're going to say that he didn't gain possession there, so the Ravens are going to have it.
Very close.
They give us to Holiday Miller on this 1st down run here, but he's met by a ferocious defensive line in blue and navy, or shall I say powder blue and navy.
Now after the first run there, this brings up 2nd and 9, Ken, even about 2.5 minutes to play for the Ravens. They need a drive now.
Yes, they do. It would be considerably different mentality-wise. It's a screenplay to Mitch Eve. Mitch Eve's got some speed, but he's corralled nicely from that Gold Coast Stingrays linebackers and DBs.
I think the coverage there was from Dennis Gilmore, the linebacker, but clearly when he turned inside, the speed of some of those safeties from the Stingrays, including their import there, 15, that's Joe Trapea, he shut that down very quickly. And we have a timeout coming up, I think.
It's going to be to the Ravens, the Gold Coast Stingrays, using all their timeouts. Oh no, 2-minute warning indeed.
Timeout. This is the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the half.
Check that. As in fact, yes, as you would have just heard there, the 2-minute warning by the referees there. So that's an official's timeout, and that stops the clock right on 2 minutes here, just to let both teams know there is only 2 minutes remaining in the half. Four-man rush from Gold Coast. They're going to get the ball to the outside to Jacob Temple, who's got a 1st down, but the Gold Coast Stingrays keep him in bounds. Let's see if how the Bayside Ravens want to play this, whether they spike it, whether they just let the time run, or whether they go to a no huddle. And it looks like it was a tiny little sugar huddle.
I think this is going to be a no huddle. I think that Mitch is trying to get them in position. Beautiful pass by Mitch, I might add.
Yes, it was.
Right in the right spot, outside and behind. No one else could catch it.
Here we go. Once again, 3 men to the short side. Liam Edwards alone on the wide left.
Same play, and this time stepping out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's right. This time on the flat control, we saw Mitch Ever on the short route, and he grabs the ball, makes a few yards, and then gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
There's still 1:43 left in this half, and Mitch now gets the opportunity to bring that replacement of the ball. That he gets a huddle, so there's no worries about the clock having to start as long as he gets a play off in time. And he comes up now. I think the Ravens are well in control here.
The really was only a short play there. It looks like he barely made a yard in that play. But here we go to a more even spread formation. 3-by-1 here. Travis Reynolds at the tight end. The pass is to a swing pass to Holiday Miller. He's going to have to try and make a man miss. Yes, he does. He spins out of another tackle there, but those Gold Coast defensive players, they do not take long to get to the ball carrier.
I tell you what, this Holiday Miller does a lot of hard work to gain 2 or 3 yards. But he's not afraid of that, of course. He loves it.
We've had a good chance to chat to Holiday Miller all the way throughout the year, and he'll tell you what, he'll do whatever to get as many inches as he can on a play.
Exactly.
But that said,
third down.
So will these Gold Coast Stingrays defenders. 3-step drop by Mitch Tierney. Delivers the pass over the top. Oh, tipped by a defensive player. Then caught there from Travis Reynolds. Oh, so we're worried about the...
How about that? We were just talking earlier about the pick. That one, I think that cornerback was thinking he's going the other way.
Yeah, well, we're talking about some of these dropped and tipped catches from the wide receivers making an impact. Here's one by the defensive players that leads to this positive play for the Ravens. So,
but fantastic concentration by the receiver. Obviously, it's, focus on the football.
Travis
and
Reynolds.
First down Ravens.
Indeed.
Now, here we go.
That's why they do the old tip drill in practice. At least teams should be.
Exactly.
So Darius Holiday Miller, the star running back, alone in the backfield with Mitch Tierney. Tierney, 3-step drop off the pistol. He's looking for a deep option there. It's Templar. Templar with a jump ball opportunity, but fantastic coverage by State DB Ike Summerfield.
Ike Summerfield on the play. Batted that one down right in front of the receiver's face.
It's very hard.
You'll see it here on the replay, Kenny. Nice pass by Mitch Tierney, and the receiver had the height advantage.
Fantastic protection from the offensive line
just
as well.
slaps it down. Brilliant play.
That's how you play DB, young boys and girls who might be watching. You get in position and get your hands up right when the ball gets there, and you knock the ball away just as the receiver's trying to get it.
So second down, Ravens, on the halfway line, basically.
Yes, just from the 45. That gives the Holiday Miller. Holiday Miller trying to protect that football. And he grabs a couple of yards, but once again, you'll see on replay soon here, he works, you said it earlier.
And we have a timeout.
We have a timeout here for the Ravens. The Ravens using their first timeout. Look at the replay. Ravens. You said exactly right. Holiday Miller does a lot of work to gain a couple of yards.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? He just doesn't stop.
It was number 74 making the play initially in the backfield. Anthony Simmons, the D lineman for the Stingrays, before taken over the top by some of his linebackers. One thing I'm very impressed with, the rookie, number 78 for the Ravens, the offensive left tackle for the Ravens. He's doing a fantastic job on Chris Mooney, who's one of the best pass rushers in this game. Yeah,
he seems to be in control of the situation. For sure he is. Yeah, we haven't heard Chris's name, in the penetration in the backfield, pressure on the quarterback. So I think he's doing a great job on a seasoned veteran. So the Ravens still with 51 seconds to go.
Yeah, third down.
Still
9 to go from the 44. Play action fake. He's going to try and look over the middle here. That's a dangerous place to throw, especially to such a short wide receiver, and that's almost intercepted there.
Bradley Fraser on the play there, Kenny. He saw that one, didn't he?
Oh, geez.
He had that one all the way. And again, but unfortunately, these balls are all going to the ground, and one of these guys is due for a pick here soon. Jeez, Mitch is trying to force it into almost triple coverage there.
Yeah, look at that.
But the free safety had it all the way, but unfortunately, he bobbled out of his hands and incomplete. For fourth down.
They're gonna go and punt here around midfield. You got to say, you can try to force it in coverage when you have someone big like Travis Reynolds, perhaps, but it's the 5'3" Mitch Eve.
Absolutely. They're going for the sideline here, but I think it's just screwed off his foot a little bit, unfortunately.
And it's going to be taken and dropped there at the 15-yard line and tackled coverage. Just out of the 20.
Nice coverage. 85, 86 on the play there for the Ravens.
No surprises.
Matt Bailey, I think, is it?
Yes, Matt Bailey, the original.
Nice coverage.
Wide receiver once upon a time, moving to linebacker, and he's an extreme standout member on the special teams unit for the Bayside Ravens. Constantly the first, second, or at the worst, third player there on all special teams plays.
Yeah, I want to see more of Christian McCarty, personally. Let's see Kangle's back on the field.
Oh, and he's rocking that new mohawk cut for today.
Yeah, but you shouldn't fall asleep on the couch, Kenny. As simple as that.
Here we are, 37-5 remaining. The Gold Coast Stingrays leading 17-6 over the Bayside Ravens.
Damien's going to take the safety first situation here, the Stingrays, and that will probably, they may not need to do another snap, I don't think. No, they won't, because they'll have a 40-second play clock, so that's going to bring up the end of the first half, Ken.
Yes, indeed. We're going to see this officially, and that's going to be the end of half here as we kneel it out. So, as we stand as a halftime after the second quarter, the Gold Coast Stingrays, the defending champions, they're leading the challenging Bayside Ravens with a score of 17-6. I'm Kenny Andres, joined here with GQ Royalty and Glenn Parker. We're going to go away for the second half, but stick around, we'll be back soon. Alright guys, welcome back to the second half here of Sunbowl 30 for the men's division here. Benji Wilson is about to kick us back underway, and here it goes. Reese Perkins is under the ball for a kick return. He collects it around his 4-yard line. He's finding some blocks now. Space, he's going to get some yardage and then some. He's bouncing off tackles now. It's going to have to be a safety. Someone's going to help out Alex Harawini, but Harawini will do it himself, and he is taking the ball back to what looks like the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Alex Harawini on the tackle there, if he was the last guy, really. Yeah, looking like Reese Perkins was going to go a long way there.
I don't think that's the way the Ravens wanted to start the second half.
No, definitely not. Okay, 1st and 10 now for the Gold Coast Stingrays, still around about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're right on the 41 line. You're right on there. 1st and 10 here. Adam Bolton, the centre. He's bringing the ball up in his offensive line, and here comes Damien Malloy and James Taylor, along with this vaunted wide receiver crew from Gold Coast. Malloy is going to take the snap here. He's dropping back, looking for a pass there. Benji Wilson.
There again, looking for that pick there, number 9.
Jumps the
Benji Wilson. He all over that, wasn't he?
Jumps the slant. It looks like I think we might have to check the ball for a bit of greasing here, because it's slipping off everyone's hands. It's almost as if we're playing on rain.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many just fingertips today. It's getting a little out of control. We need someone to take a nice clean catch.
We're the clearest weather we've had all week, and we're playing as if the rain has just stayed with us here in southeast Queensland.
It's absolutely beautiful today, isn't it? It's gorgeous football weather.
Perfect Sunbowl weather. Here comes Kevin Walsh in motion to make it a 3-by-1 formation. Malloy calls for the snap. He's looking for a man over the middle. It's the motion man Walsh. Jamal Putty misses the tackle, but Benji Wilson cleans up, but not after Kevin Walsh picks up a 1st down and a good chunky yardage.
Yeah, Benji Wilson again in on the play, but again, Walshy there, no problem in getting open, and a nice pass there from Damien Malloy. It'll bring up 1st down. 1st and 10 Stingrays, obviously, around about the 28-yard line.
What's amazing in today's offensive game plan for the Stingrays, bar short yardage situations, there hasn't been many Damien Malloy designed runs. Every time he has run, it's been flushed out of the pocket. I think they're making a point here to prove that Damien Malloy could easily be a drop back passer.
Yes, it's very different to last year, where Damien would run on every single one of those plays. But today, yes, been patient and thrown very good passes.
To give to James Taylor here, the second-year running back, Jukes, and he's going to make some solid yardage there. Steps over a couple of defenders.
Yeah, that run looked like it was going nowhere, Kenny, but some really nice moves there. Getting it up to around about the 20-yard line. It'll bring up a second
Even
down.
if you get in the backfield there, you need to wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Monosolomona gets some fantastic penetration, but James Taylor hurdles over the top of him and turns it into a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, nice spin out of the attempted tackle by the big lineman there, but it's going to be 2nd and short Stingrays. Let's just see what they do this time.
2-by-2 formation there. Riles and Napier to your near side sideline. Walsh and Hataja out to your left. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to dump it off to a safety valve, and that's Dylan Napier with a catch there, but might have even been for negative yardage.
Yeah, it looked the same on the line of scrimmage there. Back to the line of scrimmage, I should say, and then we bring up 3rd down. But again, Damien patient in the pocket again. Yep,
and delivering it to a safety valve. Fantastic play there from the Stingrays quarterback.
Good rush by the Ravens, and again knocking Damien down. They need to do that. They need to remind him that they are there, and he is under pressure. Bring up 3rd and short.
And on comes the field. A change at cornerback. Here comes the assistant head coach and veteran cornerback Kevin KT Turner, who has a wealth of experience behind him. He is played a lot of years in Western Australia, And he's been at the Ravens since 2009. Damian Malloy with a runner to the left, but he's going to get taken down. Jason Leon with a sack.
Yeah, nice tackle there. And you know, never gave up the yardage and brought down for possibly a loss and would bring up 4th down.
There, let's see it on replay there. It's a read option there, but Jason Leon stays at home and he chases down the athletic Damian Malloy.
It's a good job there. Good coverage. 4th down. 4th and 5, I guess. Yeah, 4th and 5.
Jason Leon struggled in his pass rushing throughout the season, only picked up 1. But throughout these playoffs, including today, he's tripled that just in the postseason alone with his 3rd sack in the postseason.
Big game player there, Kenny.
Yes, he is. 3-by-1 set. I think that's Ataja on the far sideline. Malloy looking for a hard snap. Ravens have learnt, but
we do have some flags from the officials.
And they're moving the ball back. It looks like it will be a false start on the Stingrays there. So it's 4th and 10. It looks like here.
Yeah, 4th and 10, Kenny. That's correct.
Let's just see if the Stingrays still choose to go for it here, which is the likely scenario, or will they bring their kicking team back on? But it doesn't look to be that way. It looks like that offense is staying on, and they're going to look to try and convert the 4th and 10 here. 27 yards out. 3-by-1. Walsh, Napier, Riles, Hataja on the right, Riles alone on the left, number 89.
And the Rays are going.
He's going to look for it, pump fakes. He's going to look for Riles on the double move. He's got a man underneath, and fantastic coverage there from Calvin Young, who doesn't bite on the double move there.
Yeah, Calvin Young all over that one. Beautiful pass, but beautifully covered by the corner there, Calvin Young. It'll be a turnover on downs in the same spot, obviously 1st down the Bayside Ravens.
And there it is. The Ravens stand up after that kick return, that huge kick return there. We're going to see it on replay, but I think no flags are down, I don't think.
No,
and,
no flags.
Ravens taken down.
Turnover, yep. And, I do like these corners, man. I mean, they from the Ravens are very, very good.
And these corners from Gold Coast quite as well. Obviously, Gold Coast a rich history in defensive backs with Ben Walker, the former defensive back coach, now moving into head coach. They're always going to have a fantastic core of defensive backs.
Oh, I guarantee you the defense will be well drilled by Ben Walker. Absolutely.
And I think there might have been a false start
I think
there.
that one's blown dead for sure,
It looked like it was on the running back, number 39, Joel Wood.
Yeah, we had a dead ball, full start there. Back 5 yards. Still be 1st down.
So that's going to move the Ravens back 5 yards. We have a 1st and 15 now. The Ravens on their own 22-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield this time. Slightly changing it up for this second half here. Wood and Holiday Miller. Holiday Miller's going to take the ball. He's found some yardage. He's broken a tackle. Can he get a block from Edwards? He's bouncing it out now. 40-yard line, and he's going to take him down at the 42-yard line from Ezekiel Peru, but not after he picks up a 1st down and 23 yards.
Kenny, that's precisely the run the Ravens needed. They needed Holiday Miller to break one, and he did. Great blocking by the offensive line. Plenty of holes on the right-hand side and a beautiful cut. That's going to set them well for the rest of this drive.
And they're not going to take a break here. They're straight back into it. They're challenging the chain gang to get set. And here goes Mitch Tierney. He's going to pass it to Big Trav Reynolds. Reynolds is going to lower his shoulder and take it out of bounds there. And the Ravens proclaiming for a penalty there, but Ezekiel Peru,
on the replay, you'll see he comes in some plenty of treatment here on the sideline, but he's not afraid to take a hit for the team there. All of it inbounds, nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with that, just strong physical play there from the Stingrays defense.
But he certainly copped a couple of real good ones, and he's a little bit slow to get up, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
I think he might have just got the wind knocked out of him there, but on comes Mitch Eve, the slot back. He's going to jump in the slot position there inside Jacob Templar on the far side of the field. 2 backs once more, this time Holiday Miller at fullback. Joel Wood taking the tailback position. Snaps to Tierney, the give us to Wood. Wood's going to try and make a man miss, and he does so, and makes a few yards in the process.
Yeah, nice stepping left and then right, but I think they really need Travis Reynolds back on the field as quick as they can. He's a favourite receiver of the Mitch, but also he is a real threat with his size and ability to elude tackles.
That's exactly right. I think a lot of people were worried that the receiving game or the passing game of the Ravens was going to go downhill after Luke Edwards didn't return from last season. But when you lose 1, you gain 3 in the form of 3 AFL players there, plus the coaching of new offensive coordinator John Rowe, who's famous for his ability to coach wide receivers and quarterbacks. Holiday Miller with another tough run.
Yeah, I don't think they've got anything really to worry about the Ravens in that department for sure. They do have some very good players there. A nice run. Holiday Miller again, settling the offense down. And it's going to bring up a third and pretty short, I think.
Yeah,
Probably about 2 or 3 yards.
3rd and 3. Ravens on the 31.
That's nice, manageable stuff. And as we were talking just before, on comes the Reynolds boy onto the field, and I'm sure Mitch will be looking for him on this play.
As we view the replay there, just want to once again say shout out to our friends down in the newly formed Gridiron Tasmania, who we know were checking out our live stream, as well as the Glasgow Tigers from Scotland, who are staying up late to watch this senior matchup between the Bayside Ravens and the Gold Coast Stingrays. Hello to you guys across the pond.
Yeah, a little shout to Anthony Bouchard down there, an ex-Razorback, doing some work with Gridiron Tasmania.
Fantastic. Here we go. A tight formation for the receivers there. The give is to Joel Wood. Joel Wood's got a good hole there and hurdles forward.
Yeah, that's a good play. That's a good play. And a nice yards, 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, it's a good first down play there, but a little push and shove afterwards, but no dramas there, and he's picked up. Oh, it turns out to be a solid carry of 6 yards there.
Yeah, even better than we thought. Nice carry. He's coming off a little bit limpy there. It might be just a stinger, we hope.
Great blocking there from right tackle Devin Woodward on that play. And in comes back in Travis Reynolds, lining up a tight end this time. Jacob Templar outside of him. That's a very tall receiving core on that side of the field.
It certainly is.
Darius Holiday and Miller behind him. The give is to him, and he's going to find a block behind Callum Lee, Sean Kearns, but unfortunately runs into the back of his own blocker and falls over, and that counts as a tackle once the ball carrier's, well, anything of the ball carrier by the soles or by the palms of his hands and the soles of the feet touch the ground.
Yeah, that's one of those unfortunate ones where he's protecting the football at all costs, wrapping both arms around his foot and lowering his head, and unfortunately could not get around his blocker on that occasion. So that's okay, but 3rd and 5.
Once again, Mitch Eve in tight, very close trip set to the short side of the field there. Bubble screen attempt to Mitch, but it's going over to Templar. It's tipped off the pass there. It's gone to Ike Summerfield. Intercepted there from the Gold Coast Stingrays. I think it is number 44, Ike Summerfield, the state defensive back who picked up a couple in the AGL. And once we said some of these tip balls, they're going to get picked off sometime. In this case, it's into the hands of Ike Summerfield.
Yeah, we've said it many times today, and lots of tip balls out there, and now we've got players actually starting to pick it off. It's good to see that we've actually just looking at our live feed now, live from the commentary booth. We can see people making comments on the live feed. If you're out there watching us, by all means, make a comment. We'll try and respond as quick as we possibly can, direct from the commentary booth. So first down, Gold Coast Stingrays.
Yes, we have Damien Malloy in the backfield. 2 receivers either side of him. James Taylor in the backfield with him.
Damien Malloy
Pass
settles.
protection is good. He's aiming deep, and it sails over the top of Dylan Napier there. I think it might have actually been Dylan Napier. Falling incomplete, bringing up a 2nd down. Stingrays on their 14-yard line. You can see over the middle, Damien Malloy, fantastic protection there. He's looking for Napier over the middle, but he's trying to fit it in between the linebackers and the deep safety Jamal Party there.
Shout out to Ray Doherty out there watching this feed. Thanks for your comments, Ray. Second down, Stingrays.
Kevin Walsh in motion, moving to the right side of the field. 3 by 1 now. Malloy's looking over the middle there, and it's going to fall incomplete. Both of these quarterbacks now throwing for spaces that looking pretty dangerous, but the Ravens don't pick it off, and the Stingrays bring up a 3rd down.
That one looked like a slight misread there, Ken. I'm not so sure. It fell in between 2 or 3 players. Again, the breaking Raven there could have snaveled that one and gone the other way for a pick 6.
How many championships in a row?
3rd and 10 now from the 14-yard line. The crowd is getting rowdy. It's sounding great. Here we are. Looks like a quarters look. Happy to have a cover 2 for the Ravens now. Damien Malloy's going to take it. Predetermined rollout. He's going to look for a short pass, and off the hands of Peter Abendigo there. That's going to bring up 4th and 10, a likely punting situation here. So the Ravens will get the ball back.
Got a question online from somebody from Tukula. The answer to your question, how many of the Rays won now in a row? It's now currently 3.
Of course, the last time the Rays weren't in a Sunbowl was 2010. In fact, that was the last time the Ravens were in, and they were in for the first time, and they were against the South Brisbane Wildcats.
1100.
Kevin Turner now in at corner for this punt play, and this punt is an awkward punt off the side of the boot and doesn't travel very far. It looks like it might have just passed the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's on about a 30-yard line, looks like to me. Can he be first down? Ravens in good shape inside the territory of the Gold Coast Stingrays.
So that's almost as good as a turnover there when you can get a punt that doesn't travel so far.
Yeah, exactly right. A question online in the crowd figure today. It's around about 1,100 people here today live at the stadium.
Still have to give a shout out at the stadium. Speaking of the stadium, this ground is looking absolutely fantastic there, despite the weather we've had in southeast Queensland lately.
Mate, how good is East Rugby League for the presentation of the field and the conditions we get to play in?
Whoever is looking after this field is doing a fantastic job.
Thanks very much, Ian. Ian, you are a legend here at East. And
Speaking about
always
legend,
will be.
Holiday Miller takes it up for a close to 9 yards there on first down. And that's going to bring it up to second down.
So here on the Ravens now is second and probably about 5 yards.
Of course, when I said 9 yards, I in fact meant 6.
They're putting a lot of pressure on the Stingrays at this point, now deep inside the third. 5 minutes to go, and this, if I was a coach, this is the drive I want them to score on.
You'd hope so. They've got good field position here, and they need to catch up now if they want to try and turn this into an arm wrestle. The Stingrays will
This
wrestle
is
this
very
game
definitely
away.
a run, and it's right up the middle. They had Ravens had absolutely everybody in the box offensively that time, Kenny, and
I think we're going to see on replay a massive hit here on a Holiday Miller. I'm trying to figure out which number it was.
That's a monster.
I think it was number 77.
Yeah, I think
Josh
so.
Gorgulio, who actually filled in at kicker last week and did fantastically.
So that'll bring up third, obviously, and in pretty much exactly the same position, 3rd and 5.
All right, another tight formation here. Eve and Edwards closest to your screen. Templar out there. Hollywood Miller on the... Oh, it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Almost intercepted by...
Oh, tipped.
I think it might have been the same man, number 77, Josh Gorgulio.
I think it was, yeah.
Or it could have been actually been number
78,
99, 78. That was Israel Nuala.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, definitely tipped there, but unfortunately, as usual, what's happening today, at least, the ball's come, out of danger under the turf, and no result of anything, no interception, and no
So
reception.
I think that just proved that defensive tackles catch just as well as DBs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ravens, 4th down now, 5 yards to go. 2 to the short side, 2 to the open side here. Mitch Teeney's
nice
going to look for
pass.
Templar, and it's incomplete. Ike Summerfield playing some
Right,
fantastic coverage.
That's really nice
half.
coverage. You reached over the top, and obviously, I guess he caught part of it, but he certainly interfered with the receiver's ability, and falls harmlessly to the turf. It'll be turnover, to Gold Coast Stingrays. Shout out to Trevor Dart, one of the ex-Razorbacks online, enjoying the coverage. It's good to see.
So on comes Damien Malloy and that 17-point Gold Coast Stingrays. And the Ravens defense back on there. You can see that defensive line of Cesar Ebel, Elijah Sinapati, Jason Leon. And I think that's Mona Solomona at the other defensive tackle position here. Maybe Malloy looking to his left finds Walsh for his what feels like his 10th catch today.
Good leg strength from Walsh there, Kenny. Nice catch and turn, and then pump the legs for the first down. Replay on the screen, you'll see him turn.
Yes, look at that. Just like Travis Reynolds did to get in the end zone earlier, Kevin Walsh lowers his center of gravity and pushes for a first down. He is having a fantastic game today.
Yeah, he certainly is.
So just reminds you, with 3:53 remaining in the third quarter, the Gold Coast Stingrays, the score is unchanged from halftime. They lead the Bayside Ravens 17-6.
Yeah, this third quarter is an absolute arm wrestle with 3:44 to go. Damien Malloy.
Malloy takes a snap, drops back from the pistol formations, looking for the slant, but it's tapped at the line from Elijah Sinapati.
67, nothing's happening.
He has done that all
Fantastic
season since
pressure.
coming back. It's become quite a habit for him knocking passes down at the line of scrimmage. He's a very long-arm defensive tackle. If he doesn't get there, he definitely does his best to affect the passing lanes. And
Yeah, I'm impressed by the pressure they're getting, but not only that, but the hands up and jumping up in the air. They're reducing those passing lanes considerably. It's good work from the Stingrays. And I'll bring up second down.
Damien Malloy now, shotgun formation there, a deep shotgun here, but he steps up, makes it more of a pistol. Drops back deep, he's looking for a deep ball
Damien's
now,
looking
but
for
it's
an
going to fall
out pattern
short.
here.
And a fantastic, wow, Hitaja to come back to the ball there. That looked a little underthrown, but he comes back, makes the catch, gets out of bounds.
That looks on or about the first yardage too, but it'll be determined by the officials, of
Yeah, I
course.
think that's well and truly going to be a first down there, Parky. The chains are going to be moved now on the Gold Coast Stingrays. They've got their keys out and they're on a drive.
That's really knowing where your receiver's supposed to be. You're seeing the timing of this pass. You know exactly where to throw the ball, and the receiver just has to be in the right spot there, Kenny.
Yes, it does, and soft hands. Those,
He was in the air a long time, but
hey, sometimes those passes are the hardest to catch. So a fantastic job there from Ricky Hitaja. Riku Hitaja, shall I say?
interesting formation here from the Stingrays with three upbacks.
And a
including
power
three
run
of-
there from
Two of
Malloy.
them linebackers, and Damien Malloy gets some considerable blocking in front of him. Looks to have picked up another first down.
And that's probably maybe only the third, if at the most fourth designed run, it looks like, to Malloy there, the little quarterback power.
A very interesting formation they were running there.
It's almost a wing T looking offense. So
Yeah, Dennis Gilmore in there, and looks like, you know, another linebacker. Interesting.
whole lot of meat to move that ball.
First down.
Once again, they're coming to this heavy, really heavy formation here.
Strictly to the right-hand side as well.
Look at that. It's almost like
Almost
a
the
Packers
old-fashioned
sweep.
zone.
And they're throwing. He's got a man open. It's number 8 there, who we haven't seen too much of today. That's Jared Hayes. He's a fullback. He's made multiple Queensland appearances, and he almost got open there, but the pass was overthrown and out of bounds.
Yeah, I guess they were hoping that the Ravens would read that as the same sort of run and then, you know, get the receiver loose down the field, but it didn't happen that time.
And, they're coming out in formations that are eerily reminiscent to the Packers, are very old, with a Packers sweep with play action
Yes.
passes coming off that and quarterback bootlegs, and they're going to stick to it. It's another heavy formation, this time to the left. Ravens need to be aware here. They can pass, they can throw, and they're going to run here. Malloy's got the edge, and he's going to get chased down there by number 15, Calvin Young, and ultimately finished off from I think that's number 99, Mona Solomona, and the flags are being thrown late here.
So, you know, we have 88 people on the stream firing questions at us and so forth at the moment. This is awesome, Kenny, but 88 people watching and firing questions at us as we actually call the game.
There you go. Just wanted to give another. Just remind everyone who are trying to figure out what's going on today, you can find our e-program online via our team app, which can be found on www.playgridiron.com.
I think we've got an unsportsmanlike call here on the Stingrays. Kenny marching back 15 yard. It'll still be a first down,
But yeah, as
but they have marched them back 15 yards.
a dead ball foul there. I think some words were said. That flag did fly in very late in the realm of a wide receiver, and you can always tell when it's a personal foul when the referee just throw it with a little more vigor.
Yeah, correction, it'll be third down, not first. I don't know where I got that from. It is third down, and a heck of a long way for the Stingrays here.
Damien Malloy with a snap, rolling out to his right there. The Ravens playing a zone defense. Riles, the pass is way too far out of bounds for him, even him to make a play on that.
And that will bring up fourth down for the incomplete pass. You see Damien rolls twice to his right, and he was looking for that same kind of out pattern again, but this time overthrew it and out of bounds, so it'll be fourth down Stingrays.
And surely a punting situation here as we see Malloy get off the field. As we
We had
look at
12 on the field. That was that penalty before. I apologise.
Oh, there you go. And now we have 4th and Toowoomba to go for the Rays. So here comes Reese Perkins to punt it away. Back deep to return is linebacker Benji Wilson and Ed Shiner, Calvin Young as he's known. A little pooch
That's
punt.
a nice punt.
And it's going to be picked up on the 2-yard line. Benji Wilson sneaks through some defenders. Can he find some blocks? No, he can't. Number 55 makes a huge hit on the play. That's Matthew Fatafahi.
Yep, that's
the
the one.
second-year Stingray plays O-line and a bit of D-line, but boy, he looked like a safety screaming down there.
Yeah, pretty good coverage on that one, on low sort of bouncing punt, but it's going to be first down on the 15 for the Bayside Ravens. End result for the Stingrays, not too bad. But for the Ravens, still good. I mean, they've still got 2 minutes 10, also, or 2 minutes 9, in fact, in the third quarter.
Plus a whole
And in
fourth
possession.
quarter after that.
And of course, we've got a whole quarter to go.
So it's only a 2-possession game here. The Stingrays leading 17-6.
Yeah, the Ravens won't be giving up just yet.
So here comes Mitch Tierney from the pistol. He's got Jacob Templar at the right, but the give is to Holiday Miller. Holiday Miller's going to get met in the backfield, but squirms forward to try and get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked a yard.
Yeah, I think you got a 1 or 2 there. Maybe not. Maybe a yard. But again, that guy works hard for his yards, doesn't he?
He certainly gives a $10 effort for a 10-cent payout much of the time. So
Yeah.
and here comes the wide receivers once again. 3 receivers to the right there. I think that's Mitch Eve tight to the line of scrimmage. Mitch Tierney is going to look for Mitch Eve. It's going to go off his hands.
Another one of those tip passes there, Ken. It's gone incomplete to the ground, safe as anything. But we're just wondering when one of these is going to be run back.
I'm thinking that everyone on the field should just take off those fancy gloves they're wearing because it's clearly
Maybe
not doing
so.
they're clearly not doing their job.
Yeah.
Seeing the Ravens sideline there on your screen now there. A couple of the Ravens coaching staff, head coach Ben Sinapati, as well as John Hollywood Rowe making some play calls there.
Yeah, okay.
Tierney drops back, pump fakes, pulls
Nice
it down.
pump fake.
He's going over the top. He's got Templar one-on-one, but Ike Summerfield once again wins that matchup.
That's picked off for sure.
He is having one heck of a game. Ike Summerfield.
Yeah, Ike Summerfield on the play. Clearly eyes on the ball all the way. Picked that one off, and that's going to turn it over to the Stingrays again.
I think that was a touchdown, guys.
Ike Summerfield, here's a look at that. High points the ball in front of Templar there. And I think that's Templar has actually gone down with an injury there.
Yeah, I think he's come down again. He was a bit short of breath last time, and I think it's the same thing. But they're out treating him for a bit of cramp as well.
And look at that sportsmanship there. I think that's head coach Ben Walker helping out the young wide receiver Jacob Templar there. But let's look at this replay here. Tierney sees it, he pulls it back down, sees a one-on-one matchup where Ike almost gets beaten, but he recovers well, and not only recovers, gets his body right in position of the ball, and that's just experience and great coaching there.
Yeah, eyes on the footy, all the way. No doubt about it.
You guys are going to get another good look at here. We're going to slow it right down there, and you're going to see exactly how Ike Summerfield high points that ball in front of Templar.
Yeah, here we go. We should get one on here, Ken.
Oh, hang on.
See right at the point of the catch with a bit of luck. We'll see if we can freeze it.
It's a challenge. Look at that.
You see the position he has there in front of the receiver. Just a better position overall, really. But of course, if it was thrown over the back of his head, the receiver would have been wide open and away. But that's really good concentration on the football and bring it all the way to the ground, of course.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And of course, we do have a replay official challenge. We have a look at the play is currently under review.
Just had a complaint from one of the neighbours about the volume of the noise. Yeah, we don't do anything in here. Go to the next door.
I think there's an official rebound. I think they're checking the validity of the interception, or in this case, treating it just like a catch there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to see if the ball touches the ground here, we could have
An incomplete pass.
an incomplete pass. As I said, it has to be a clean catch, clear of the grass there.
Yeah, it's the rules of NCAA. Of course, you maintain possession all the way to the ground. So I guess that's exactly what they're looking at. You're right.
Yeah, sorry for not filling you in on that. Sooner live streamers there. Yeah, we got an official challenge from the referees there. And we have to deem if Ike Summerfield has cleanly taken this catch and changed the possession. For those of the field there, you'll be able to see it at the replay screen on the far side of the field over near the parking entrance.
You see,
Catch or not, it's a fantastic play.
But it pops out, but then his hand on the football, and I guess they're determining whether, at that point there, if he was still in control of the football. Remembering that this would have to be overturned.
Yes, indeed. Once again, to remind everyone, the call on the field was in fact an interception. So it has to be conclusive evidence
Yeah,
to suggest that it wasn't, and I think it is going to rule in favour of Gold Coast Stingrays here.
Julian, what is the result of the play?
Oh, shout out to one of the founding members and instigators of the Bayside Ravens Club, Phil Taylor, who's on the sideline today. Doesn't miss too many Ravens games, and again, he's highly appreciated to helping out today.
No.
Wow, there you go.
It appears that
the referees here are conversing there.
just
I think
converting
they've
on
come to a
seeing
decision.
that they have a definite rule, and the head referee, Mark Louis, will let us know very, very soon.
And I think we're hearing from the replay official, we're getting suggestions that there's going to be an incomplete pass announced. I think they're ruling that Ike Summerfield did not take full possession all the way through. And I think it's looking like it might be, in fact, in favour to the Ravens here. So they're going to get one more look here. So once again, we're just staying quiet as we're just trying to wait for an official call here.
Yeah, we're just waiting for a completely official statement whether the result of this play.
Officials obviously taking the time to really make the best ruling here. And here we go.
Yeah,
We're going to get the official call from Mark Louis in a second.
Don't forget about the jumping castle and the face painting on down to the left-hand end of the field, guys. Or a little bit of time while Mark Louis is organising this. Get the kids down there into the jumping castle and have some fun.
And yeah, obviously we're taking our time because this decision can definitely impact the game a fair bit. I think
And here comes Mark Louis with the call.
The ruling on the field was an interception by the Stingrays. After further review, the ruling has been reversed. Incomplete pass, 4th down.
And there you have it, the official decision there. They're ruling that Ike Somerville, the cornerback, did not make a complete pass there, so therefore it's ruled incomplete, and the Bayside Ravens will hold on to possession and live to play another down there. A decision that contains a huge impact on this game. Speaking of which, major sponsor of the Gridiron Queensland and Australia's premier supplier of shot football equipment, Impact Sports Australia. Play hard, play safe with Impact Sports Australia. So what that does though, it does bring up 4th down for the Ravens. And, well actually, I think they're standing on their offense there, so...
It was definitely 3rd down, but it was an incomplete pass, so it should be 4th down Ravens.
So I just saw Holiday Miller out there and a couple of other offensive players.
4th and 5. 4th and 6.
4th and 6 there. So the Stingrays will be getting the ball, but not after a punt of the football. So it just means that the field position won't be as, well, one would think won't be as great. The Bayside Ravens having to sort themselves out personnel-wise here. On comes Kevin Turner, who actually blocks Chris Mooney in a massive
Still a beautiful punt. We'll get a Raven bounce, obviously.
And they're letting it bounce
and
there
the
all
ball's
the
going
way
down
to
around about the 20-yard line, I'd say.
And yes, right on the 19-yard line there. So if people are keeping stats for punting, that counts as an inside 20 there for Travis Reynolds. So 1st and 10 Bayside Ravens from their own 19-yard line. So the Bayside Ravens here in the back end of the 3rd quarter lead the challenging Bayside Ravens with the score 17-6.
And Kenny, we have 95 people now online firing questions at us as we commentate the game.
On top of that, I'm sure.
Not only the people here at the stadium, but we have 95 people watching and making comments as they do.
On top of that, I think obviously of those 95, there's probably a lot of people sharing the one screen there. So
absolutely.
Quite a few people watching in. We appreciate you chiming in here to our live stream of the Gridiron Queensland State Championships. And here comes a run to the Bayside Ravens, number
Equal
12.
to the task there was Bayside Ravens number 9. It looks like Benji Wilson to me.
With Matthew Richardson on the rookie running back, Matthew Richardson on the carry.
Yeah, nice tackle. Okay, Stingrays, second down.
And an inside give, this time to the fullback there who's going to squirt, Chris Mooney.
Wow, there you go.
Gets hit at the line, but then adds to his rack stats and picks up a lot of yards after contact and might have even moved the chains, it looks.
Yeah, it looks like he has, Kenny.
So, yeah, we're going to see a first down Gold Coast.
No first down, Stingrays.
Here we go. Ravens in their pattern 4-2-5 defense. It's an inside give. No, it's a play action. Damien Moore is going to roll out to the left. He's going to look for Matthew Riles, but the pass is going to fall out bounds and incomplete. And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, we've got just almost to the end of the third quarter here, Kenny. We're very close.
Second down and 10 here for the Bayside Ravens on their own 30-yard line. Damien Malloy, of course, a quarterback. He's got a couple of big boys there. Matthew Richardson, as well as number 40, I think it's 47, Japeth. Oh, and pass goes incomplete on there over the head of Matthew Riles, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Intended for Matthew Riles again, I think, or was it 86?
It was, yeah, Matthew Riles, number 89.
It was Matthew Riles. So incomplete, so it'll bring up 3rd down. And the end of the third quarter, of course. So 1 quarter left in Sunbowl 30.
Indeed.
And the score, Gold Coast Stingrays 17, Ravens 6.
Getting some.
Yeah, their junior staging trials are at Eagle Sports Complex, so that's at 3 Whedon Street, Mansfield. They are on Saturday, the 13th of December, 4 till 6, and the 17th of January, 4 till 6. More details to follow on Facebook, TimPap, and www.doms.
On top of that, we've got Motor and Marine. For anything on wheels or water, sell your car, boat, ute, van, truck, motorbike, or caravan right here on www.motormarine.com.au. Here we go back into action with a Gold Coast 3rd down, 10 yards to go from their own 30-yard line. We've switched sides of the field now. So the Gold Coast now running right to left on your screen. The play's
it looks like we had flags and whistles at the never really got underway there, Kenny.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, number 6 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
There you go, 5-yard penalty on the Stingrays, and it'll still be the same down, 3rd down.
This, though, that does actually play a factor here when you're talking about 3rd down football there. That makes it double sticks well and truly, and just takes quite a few plays out of your playbook. Yeah,
but Stingrays are operating in their own territory. That's not the sort of mistakes you want to be making right now when it's trying to guard a 2-score lead. You know, the Ravens should be right on the game here because it doesn't take much to turn a game around.
That's exactly right here, and Malloy's going to have to look deep here. He's got 3 vertical routes. He's going to the comeback, but it's well covered there from Kevin Turner. Matthew Riles, the intended receiver on the play. We're going to see a replay on that there.
That'll bring up 4th down.
4th down indeed, 4th and 15. They're going to punt it away here. Malloy's looking for Riles there. The pass a little behind him there, and he can't quite make it back through the cornerback. That is Kevin Turner.
So if the Ravens can get a good return here, or good pressure on the punt actually even, you know, they could set themselves up quite nicely here.
It will be interesting to see if they try to kick it to Calvin Young, who has been known to take punt returns back.
And there's plenty of time left in the game.
He actually returned one last week against the Wildcats. And let's see if they choose to punt it to him. And it's going to be a high punt. Benji Wilson's underneath it. Picks it up at the 30-yard line. Makes another man miss. He's going to follow some blocks to the center of the field. And he's going to get down there at the 42-yard line. The Ravens are going to start just shy of halfway. A nice catch there from Benji Wilson there. Some good blocks as well. He had a few people out there. If he bounced it to the outside there, probably could have turned that into a bigger return. But nonetheless, the Ravens are going to take over just shy of halfway. And the Ravens keen to shorten this lead down here in the fourth quarter with 11:44 remaining.
Well, Kenny, if the Ravens are ever going to do anything to take control of this football game, now is the time to do it with 11:44 left and great position in the middle of the field here. Let's see how they go on this drive. This is a really big drive for the Ravens.
What's key to mention here is Jacob Templar is not on the field. And he is going to... Joel Wood with the carry there, and he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, he may have got one if he was lucky there, but at least there was some nice blocking there. I do like to look at those tackles. Be second down.
And actually, what's interesting there, I see just in front of me on the sidelines there, it was formerly injured wide receiver Regan Webb, wearing number 21 now. Let's see if he gets into the action. But in the meantime, Mitch Tierney, two backs either side of him, Holiday Miller and Wood. It's a gift to Holiday Miller. It's an awkward handoff, and that's going to ruin the timing, and the Gold Coast Stingrays eat that play up in the backfield.
Yeah, that was one of those timing problems, wasn't it, really, Kenny? He never really got anywhere. And once he did get the football, it was... he had to create something out of nothing.
And actually, fun fact there, that was actually backup quarterback Mark Tribe. Not played many games for the Ravens today. Mitch Tierney's out of the game at the moment. Don't know if that's an injury or whether they're trying to mix it up with Mark Tribe, but Mark Tribe has taken the snaps, and he has taken very little for the Ravens this year. Very limited opportunities for him to take some snaps due to unavailability, but here he is in the biggest stage of all, and a chance to try and put some points on the board. Tribe with the snap. Throwing it. Hits. Fumble down. Will they deem it incomplete? I'm trying to figure out when whistles were heard here. And it was a catch and fumble there, but the ball's gone out of bounds, fortunately for the Ravens there. Fantastic throw there, a little sidearmish, but it gets to Mitch Eve there. And a huge hit there. I'm trying to figure out who there was. Number 44, Ike Summerfield. He is putting a case for game MVP.
That's really good play there. It's one of those ones also where you're looking at the, did he have possession of the football at the time, and when the ball was popped out, and what's the result of the play? But it's clear that the officials have said that he did have possession of the football. Ball popped out and went out of bounds, so the Ravens will take over from the point it went out. But it does bring up fourth down, unfortunately for them.
So
and on comes Tangles, McCarty.
As well as his good mate Benji Wilson with a taped up jersey.
Our personal protector.
Ravens
nice
got the point away here. Travis Reynolds boots it.
A little bit of an up and under.
Traveling high. It's going to fall around the 20. And a Raven bounce, and that's going to fall in good field position for the Ravens. They're inside the 5 on the 4-yard line. Another fantastic punt for Travis Reynolds.
The punters for the Ravens are really having a fantastic day. That ball's taken 2 bounces and it's going to be down and very close up there.
Got to hold the phone here. We've got a flag down here around halfway.
Yeah, we do have a flag down on the line of scrimmage, so we'll see what's going on. It looks like he's holding against the Ravens on the punt, so the Stingrays very well could march him.
Oh, but someone doesn't look happy, and Frankie Rosalet
late flag.
is letting the referee know his distaste for the decision there, and another flag comes flying.
Not sure why that went that way.
But I see Mitch Tierney coming back in the field with the offense. So it looks like the Ravens could have earned a first down here via penalty. We're going to have a good conversation here with Mark Louie here. Stay tuned. He will announce it throughout all this.
Where were they found? Jumping Castle.
Defense!
Holding. Number 46, the receiving team, half distance to the goal. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, first unsportsmanlike conduct on number 9, Stingrays. Another half distance to the goal, first down.
Wow. After penalties like that, this is the absolute best opportunity the Ravens are going to get to answer back. So you heard the calls there. They are literally on the, not even the doorstep, they're pretty much at the fridge of the Gold Coast Stingrays home right now.
That's an interesting penalty, Kenny. But I mean, the end of the play was, you know, where the ball was, but then all of a sudden we had a dead ball foul, which actually marks them halfway, you know, of half distance to the goal. And now, as you say, the Ravens are right on the doorstep.
They could sneeze the ball over from here. It will take a massive goal line stand for the Gold Coast Stingrays to keep them out. My guess is Holiday Miller is getting ready. Oh, wait, check that. After all that, I thought the offense was still on the
No, it is a Stingray ball, but they are right pressure right on the goal line. And this looks very close to me.
Will this be
a safety? Well, I think it is. The Ravens D step up, but that's an interesting mathematical
flags
situation.
are flying
We
late
have a
once
late
more.
flag again. We'll have a look at the replay here if he does get out of the end zone. Here's the handoff.
Let's see where he gets it.
No,
Does that ball ever break?
Play is a safety. After the play, dead ball, delay of game, throwing the ball away, number 6, Stingrays. The punt after safety will be from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, so he didn't get out of the end zone. There was a safety and then there was a penalty on Damien Malloy, it looks like. Yeah, we while there is a break and we're getting ready for the score, we have had a set of keys hand in, ladies and gentlemen, that were found near the jumping castle. They are at the bar. If you would like to, if you have a set of keys missing, they are at the bar. Please present yourself with some identification.
But dead set. What a turnaround there. So the Ravens do add some points after all that. They are now only down 17-8. Safety like that, and they're about to take possession of the ball here. The Stingrays, look, there are a couple of penalties there, particularly dead ball fouls. Like you had a delay a game there and then a sportsmanlike contact. So they're going to have to calm themselves down if they're looking to control this lead here. But the Bayside Ravens with some momentum now, they're going to take a drive.
Well, the important thing for the Ravens is they get possession as well. So here we go.
Benji Wilson with a return here, and he's found some space, but he's still met with defenders, and he's rumbling and tumbling and stumbling his way to the 32, maybe 33-yard line there in Stingray territory.
Kenny, I feel a complete sad shift in momentum here towards the Ravens. I mean, they're really getting into it now. A question online, who is number 6 for the Gold Coast Stingrays is Damien Malloy.
The quarterback for the Stingrays.
So first down Ravens.
Mitch Tierney, he's back in the game. Whatever it was ailing him, it's over now because Mitch Evers in motion there to the right side to pair up with Templar. Travis Reynolds, the 6'5" wide receiver, is actually tight end. Travis Reynolds was lined up at tight end there. And after a carry there, I think it's an actual loss of 2 yards there. That's going to set up a 2nd and 12. Or 2nd and 11, probably more realistically.
Just a reminder, the set of keys that were found down near the jumping castle have been presented to the bar. Please proceed to the bar if you have lost a set of keys.
Mitch Tierney takes the snap. Holiday Miller on the swing. The pass is going to go to Holiday Miller, but the pass falls incomplete there. Chris Mooney on the coverage there.
I've got blue. Oh.
So 9:17 remaining in this game. It's a tight one. The Gold Coast Stingrays 17 leading the Bayside Ravens 8 here. Both teams with a full complement of timeouts. Ravens in possession of the ball, hoping to pull this game incredibly close here.
Yeah, the Ravens need to score now. I mean, they got the safety, awesome job, and now they've got possession of footy. This is where Mitch needs to drive them in for the catch-up score. They will have momentum all in their favour.
If they can score and then convert here, they'll put them 1 point behind. Oh, here we go. Interesting play here. JD Stoner, usually an offensive tackle, moving into wide receiver. Now we've got flags being thrown.
Legal shift.
Prior to the snap,
Move number 52.
delay of game, number 18, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So after that, the Ravens are going to have to take a 5-yard penalty there, moving this to a 3rd and 16 there. And as I said, when you move into 3rd and double sticks, it really shortens down your playbook. You really can't run the ball. Some of your shorter route plays are taken out of the playbook, and you really rely on maybe at the most a third of your playbook with deep plays and a couple of trick plays perhaps. Tierney with a deep drop. He's got a pump fake to Holiday Miller. To Mitch Eve there, and it's picked off. I think it might be number 44 once more. No, it's number 14, in fact. He's breaking tackles, looking for blocks now. He's still going there. Holiday Miller's going to chase him down from behind. And that is
Bradley Fraser. Bradley Fraser on the big pick there, Kenny, and possession back to the Gold Coast Stingrays.
You got to wonder. I mean, Mitch Eve is he's a very short receiver, a very difficult receiver to try and force a ball to there. But it's twice now Mitch Tierney's done it. And now it's resulted in a turnover. And after that momentum there, after getting the safety, the Stingrays are going to get back in possession with good field position here to try and add to their lead.
Yeah, this is where you'd be looking at the Gold Coast Stingrays experience to close this game out. But it's a long way away still. It's still 9 minutes to go.
Malloy with the carry. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the left. He's contained well and tackled there. I think it might be at the bottom there is we've got Caesar Ebel rolling off there, and number 86, Matt Bailey as well, making a play.
It's tough yards up the middle by Damien Malloy there. You wouldn't be thinking of doing that at quarterback at this stage, but I guess nothing really scares Damien Malloy. But, it's going to bring up 2nd and 8, and on comes the big fullback there, and that'll be it. Who's that? I'm not too sure. Dennis Gilmore, of course. Sorry, beg your pardon. He's going to step up to be fullback now, and I think they'll be running the ball here.
It's a give to Gilmore, in fact, and he's going to rumble for a couple of yards there, but he's met pretty stoutly. I think that was Mona Solomona and once again Matt Bailey in on the play with Benji Wilson somewhere underneath, and he is really fashioning his own little jersey there.
Absolutely. I think Coach Ben Walker's trying to settle the game down a little bit here for the Stingrays. They've had a few problems and a bit emotional. I think he's just trying to quiet them down and sit on this lead a little bit. You can see that the Stingrays here have got everybody in the box.
It's snap to Damien Malloy after the power set. He's going to find some space on the right-hand side. He's got a first down. He moves the chains, Malloy, with his legs now. He's taking advantage of those big bodies in front of him and following each block to the first down marker and moves the chains. Yeah, absolutely. Some big meat in front of him then. And nice read on the last couple of blocks and nice through the hole. Picks up the first down around the 20-yard line. The Stingrays back in control of this drive, but the Ravens will be looking to turn this ball over here very quickly. 7:30 and clicking here. Gold Coast leading the Bayside Ravens with a score 17-8. 1 point more.
There's still a long time left in this game, Kenny. This is not over.
But it'll be very difficult for the Ravens here if the Stingrays can get it in the end zone, and Malloy is looking for it now, but he's going to get met there. I think it's Calvin Young on the tackle.
So now we're looking at a second and probably about 7 or 8 yards here. 8 yards to go for the Stingrays, in no hurry whatsoever with 7 minutes on the clock. Both teams still have 3 timeouts though, Kenny. I mean, there's still clock management. Could be very important in this last one.
It will be, but I think the Ravens need to make a stand right now. It's going to be very hard to come back with a solid 2-score possession here. They're already down by 2 possession. It's a reverse, and it's a reverse. That's a Mooney? Chris Mooney,
Mooney on the reverse. Well, it's been a long time since anyone said that, Kenny. But again, the Stingrays looking to,
Let's see that on replay here.
Yeah,
he fools a lot of people. I don't think anyone expected Mooney to take that, but Calvin Young is the first man on the tackle there, and that's followed up by
it pretty well.
Marantha Togafu, Mono Solomon, as well as Caesar Abel coming in on the play.
Chris Mooney on the reverse. Who would have thought, eh? But there you go. That brings up 3rd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays, deep inside the 20. The red zone of the Bayside Ravens, who really need this stand. We're over 100 people watching the feed now. 100 people basically watching the feed. There could be a lot more people sitting beside them on that link.
Malloy is looking to the left. He finds Walsh. He threads the needle. Walsh is going to make some moves, and he's upended there from Caesar Ebel.
We do have a first down, I would believe, inside the 10, though. We do indeed. It looks like we're about on the 6-yard line, I'm guessing. But it will be first and goal for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
So the Ravens now, look, they were faced with this sort of situation against the Wildcats now. They're backed up against their own goal line. Look, with 5 minutes and clicking here, it's very hard to think that a comeback will be super realistic if the Rays can get in here. But if the Ravens can make a big play here and somehow keep them out, then maybe we're in business. And we're going to see a timeout here to the Stingrays. That's the first of their second half.
Timeout, Stingrays.
Just like to thank our sponsors today, Vulcan Fireworks. They're completely responsible for the awesome pyrotechnics show that you've seen during the introduction, as well as the first kickoff. They do a fantastic set of night and daytime ones, as well as Impact Sports, our leading provider of shot equipment. Play hard, play safe with Impact Sports Australia. Also, Gridiron Queensland, we now have our own app via Team App. Download our awesome new app and stay up to date with all the latest information. Install the Gridiron Queensland app now on your smartphone. And of course, after this Sunbowl, next week we've got the season awards there. Don't forget to book your tickets. Tickets do need to be booked for your attendance there. They're $25 a ticket. And come celebrate the best of Gridiron Queensland.
And please don't forget about the set of keys if they're handed in at the bar down to the left-hand side of the field where the end that the Stingrays are heading towards. Please, the set of keys at the bar.
Bano Connor now in at tailback. He's going to go in for the speed option with Damian Malloy, who fakes out the first defender and gets claimed there by Monasola Mona there. Right, the Stingrays now only a yard, perhaps 2 out.
You see on this this replay here, Kenny, you see that he makes the first person miss just about every time he carries the football. And once again, we're not going to quite see it, but he's down around about the 1 or 2 yard line, and that's really going to set up really hard work for the Ravens here at second and goal.
Well, as I said, the Stingrays have taken advantage of all their opportunities in the red zone tonight. So it's hard to think that they won't try here. They're going to need a superhuman effort here for the Bayside Ravens there. Let's see if the purple, silver and black can pull out a miracle play here.
It's a really important stand for the Ravens here. We'll see how this pans out.
3-by-1. They're going to pass play here. Malloy's going to take it himself on the keeper. He leaps in and it looks like a touchdown for Gold Coast.
It does indeed. It looked like he crossed the plane to me and then was in possession.
Touchdown, Damian Malloy. He's going to extend this lead now. And Gold Coast Stingrays have really started to call up the fat lady now with 4:29 remaining.
Yeah, 4:29, and the Stingrays go up to 23 points to 8. With a point to come, it's going to make it really difficult now. But a nice, very athletic play by Damian Malloy up the middle.
It wouldn't be a Gold Coast Stingrays game without Damian Malloy hurtling into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely,
so.
Right there. So it looks like that Damian and the boys are going to go for 2 on this situation.
Malloy's going to take it on the right side. Over the shoot, fumble there. And
nice
Calvin Young's going to recover it there. So the score will remain at 23 Gold Coast Stingrays, Bayside Ravens 8, 4:21 remaining in this Sunbowl number 30 matchup.
Elijah Sinapati in on the tackle again, pulling the ball out of the hands of Damian Malloy. He has done his bit today for sure.
I think so. A couple of battered down passing lanes, tackles in the backfield, and now a forced fumble to add to that. So, look, I tell you what, a special team score right now would certainly help. Let's see.
Well, yeah, that's the blessing in football that at least the Ravens do get the footy. So, if they're going to score, a special teams touchdown, this would be an excellent time to do one.
What's interesting here, they've kept Benji Wilson back to return. I mean, they've got a couple of other return specialists such as Joel Wood and Mitch Eve, but they're going to keep number 9, the big linebacker Benji Wilson, to return. And the kick's going to go that way as well. And Benji Wilson's going to try and catch it, and the ball's going to go out of bounds.
Now, he did tip the ball there when it went out of bounds, so it will be the Ravens' possession from that point.
It looks like it'll be on the 11-yard line. It's down at the 11-yard line there. And also looks like, I can just see at the corner of our panel here, Benji Wilson's gone down. It looks like he's awkwardly fallen as he's tried to claim that ball. You can see by the tape on his jersey that he's clearly had to deal with some injuries already today. But
this looks like a lower leg injury to me, though. Nothing to do with the taping, unfortunately. But this is not good news for the Ravens,
especially for a key defender like Benji Wilson. 4:28 now. Bayside Ravens, 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Mitch Tierney looking to his left. He's got Liam Edwards for a catch there.
Good catch. Nice catch by Liam Edwards there. And he gets out of bounds around about the sticks.
Well, now Liam Edwards is down. We've got Liam Edwards down on the far side.
Now he's down 17 as well. And I think he might collided with the sticks there. But he seems to be up. He's up on his own steam. That's good news.
So he's just going to walk that off there. I think it might have been just short of a first down there, or would have been very close.
I think it is just short, but a yard and a half to go.
Second down, 1 yard away. The Ravens on their 20-yard line. Sorry, 21-yard line. Apologies.
Yeah.
4:21 remaining. We are in the 4th quarter now. The Stingrays lead relatively comfortably with a score of 23 over the Bayside Ravens 8.
Yeah, but a quick strike here could be very, very interesting. I mean, let's not count them out. I mean, they still mathematically can put a lot of pressure on the Stingrays if they can score on this drive very quickly.
And the clock is running there because he was going backwards when he went out of bounds. Holiday Miller play action fake. Tierney's looking over the middle.
Oh,
it's tipped in the air.
But nobody from the Stingrays
no one wanted to pick that off there. Miscommunication between number 15,
I think
Joe Trappier, and 14, who was Bradley Fraser, who's collected a pick already today. And the Ravens catch a break there. And no huddle. No, we're on replay now, I think.
Yeah, I think they have to go pretty quickly and get this first. They need this first down to keep this alive.
But unfortunately, with the incomplete pass there, it does stop the clock there. But the Ravens 1 yard away with to try and convert this, but they will need to keep moving if they do.
It's an absolute. This would be, I would think, in 2-down territory here anyway. They absolutely must keep this drive alive. So Mitch will be looking for the first down here, obviously.
Tierney drops back, pump fakes, looking to his left now.
And there he
Calvin Young moving from cornerback to his original wide receiver position, and he catches a key first down there.
Yeah, that was really important. Now they're at the 30-yard line. Kenny with the first down.
Though,
keep it moving.
He chose to turn it back in and try to get more yards there. That does keep the clock moving here with 3:44 and clicking.
A very nice pass too, I might add. Lovely pattern. And a break inside, and he got to the ground on the 30.
Ravens still keeping their 3 timeouts. They're rather rushing the offense to the line. Pass play here. It might have been tipped to the line. Templar, what a grab by Jacob Templar.
No, if he has his foot in bounds, that's the catch of the day he has.
Wow.
That is a fantastic catch.
Let's see this on replay. We're going to see it from the sideline camera here. Tierney almost gets battered at the line here, but Templar with a body all over him. It's Ike Summerfield. Who else would be around the ball? And Templar grabs it in, one-handed grab, and gives his own little version of an Odell Beckham there.
Yeah, that'll do me, Kenny. That was a fantastic grab. First down to... Oh, no, it's just short, actually. But that's a heck of a grab right there.
Oh, they're going to challenge this now. The officials want to make sure this is the right call here. They're going to check that he had possession, and then on top of that, did he have his feet in bounds? Or at least 1 foot in bounds. So you tip it here, tips it again here. Then he does corral it. He's still got feet in bounds. It's bobbling a bit, but one would argue that he has possession.
Now remember, this is ruled as a catch.
That's exactly right there. So there needs to be irrefutable evidence there to prove that it was a drop, and I don't think they're going to find that in these replays. That's looking back at that.
That was a play before.
Calvin Young reception.
They're going to come back and replay the one for the officials.
Just waiting for the proper replay to come up across here. This might be
here. It is here, Ken.
Here we are. A couple of tips.
That's the first tip and a second bubble.
Oh, 1 tip, 2 tip, but the tip doesn't quite count unless you can bring it in. One, two. At that point, does he have possession where he's bringing his second arm to the ball, perhaps? Because at that point, his right foot stays in bounds there.
I mean, little doubt he's in bounds, but I'm going to leave these ones to the officials, Kenny. We're going to leave that one to the officials, but it looks pretty good to me. But that's not my call.
I think I've got your vote of confidence there, but once again, we're not the officials. We're simply commentators.
And there you have it. Mark Louis has confirmed it is a catch. And Bayside Ravens were second and very, very short.
Jacob Templar might have just collected the catch of the day.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that one on film because that is a perler. That's a great catch. Well done. Second and very, very short.
Once again, Mitch Teeney finds himself with his assortment of wide receivers 2x2. They align. It's a play action
Mitch
fake.
right down
He's
the middle.
looking to the middle. Calvin Young. What a grab by Young, proving that just because he's a DB, it doesn't mean he's forgotten how to catch.
That's another first down for sure.
We forget Calvin Young actually represented Queensland originally at wide receiver back in 2012. In 2014, he went as DB, but yes, originally represented Queensland as a wide receiver and played wide receiver for Bayside for a very long time.
That was a very nice catch. Indeed.
Play action pass.
He's looking
deep. He's got plenty of time. Travis Reynolds gets up, climbs the ladder,
That's
and brings the
very
ball
close
down.
again to the Ravens for a first down.
If
Looks
not, the
very
point is
close.
they're moving down. The Ravens just want to keep on going. They're well and truly in Stingray territory here. The Ravens are 2:52. If they can score before the 2-minute warning, they could make something happen here.
Oh, definitely. This is a great drive for the Ravens, and they're looking very, very, very good. I think they've got the Stingrays on the ropes.
A pass, play action, little half. Attempted one. Templar with it. Oh, incomplete pass. Templar had an opportunity there. Summerfield had in fact fallen over. It would have been a sitter, but I think his safety screams over there last minute to try and affect the play, and he does so with success.
Yeah, he couldn't quite see where the ball was in that last hand, I think.
And we're seeing a little schmozzle happening here with our replay system here. Bear with us there, but the Ravens...
So again, we have one of these situations, Kenny. We've got a third and very, very short. The Ravens absolutely, well, this will definitely be 2 down territory, but they must get this first down. They must continue this drive.
If I'm going to guess something, I think they're going to try and go for the big play here, and if not, they'll come back to Holiday Miller. Eve is short. He's got one-on-one coverage with Calvin Young. Calvin Young gets out of bounds and converts.
Very nice pass, and very simple stuff, really. And that'll be first down.
Calvin Young, only playing receiver for the last drive or so, has already collected 3 receptions, showing that he's not lost a step since moving over to DB.
Very calm in the pocket there, Mitch, and nice pattern, easy first down. Seems so easy, doesn't it?
Another credit to the Raven offensive line. Tierney still yet to be sacked in this game. Tierney, play action fake.
Again, looking straight.
He's got, there we go. Commentator's curse.
And guess who?
Chris, Big Man Mooney, as well as Josh Garulio there, combining for a half sack each.
Chris Mooney on the play. Mitch goes down. That's going to bring up the second and long situation. We have a timeout.
You would have seen there Mooney just working the outside of Jonathan Wong-Tong, and just uses the strength and acceleration he's developed and crashes down hard from behind Mitch Tierney.
2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes left in Sunbowl 30, and the Stingrays 23-8 up, but the Ravens on the march.
So Ravens now just outside of the 20-yard line, so just outside of the red zone here. Tierney with Holiday Miller in the backfield with him. And I think that is Calvin Young to the left. They're going to look at Calvin on the slant. Calvin catches the slant. They're going to have to move here. They'll have no time for a huddle. Well, they might even consider a spike here. But Mitch Tierney looks like he's calling command, so it looks like they're actually going to try and take a shot here. Calvin Young, clutch plays.
Here's an interesting play. They're doing third.
3 receivers to the right.
Usually would like.
Calvin Young to the left. Fade route to Calvin. Pump fake. Mitch Tierney's going to have to find some space. Tierney, can he run for it? He doesn't. He's taken down from Ezekiel Peru.
That was a nice scramble there.
Oh, but that's not good right now when you need all those seconds.
There'll be a timeout on the field. Obviously a Ravens timeout. It's their first only, though.
Ravens. First timeout.
They still have a couple to go. They're still in control. It's 4th, but this is it now. I think, as they say, it all comes down to this play. They must get a first down on this play, Kenny, or unfortunately the Stingrays have the ability to pretty much...
kneel it out.
Kneel it out, yeah. This is a really huge play. Ravens season on the line right here.
Ravens now taking the time out to talk this over. They really want to score here, and then it's 4th down, as you said. They need to convert here, or if not, go for the end zone. But what that does mean is they can stretch out their routes in the passing play. They can have a couple of people attack the first down, a couple of people attack the end zone there. So
yeah, clearly Mitch will have at least 2 reads here, possibly 3, and maybe even 4. But this is it for him. It's fourth and about 6 yards to keep this drive alive.
Here it is, the play of the game. Tierney drops back. He's looking for Travis Reynolds on the... Oh, incomplete pass. Reese Perkins. The pass intended for Travis Reynolds. Reese Perkins might have just knocked away the Ravens' chance at a comeback here.
Now we have 1 minute 20 left, Kenny, but of course the Stingrays still have to play. So it's interesting. We'll see what happens here.
The Ravens, unfortunately, having to use one timeout here. Had they still had their assortment of timeouts there, they could have forced a quick 3 and out, but it will be a nothing short of a miracle here if the Ravens can pull this back.
The Stingrays must play no-mistake football in these first couple of downs. If they achieve the first down, the game will be over, but they need to make no mistakes at all in this exchange.
The give there, he's met by Tangles. Oh no, yeah,
first round.
Christian McCarty. That's number 50. Who was that in the backfield actually?
Timeout, Ravens. Second timeout of the half.
Give there, number 21. That was number 21 on the carry. That was Ben O'Connor, the rookie running back.
The Ravens had to take that second time out there. They've got one remaining with 1 minute 14 left. If they can stop the Stingrays here short and force a long third down, anything could happen. But Ben Walker won't be taking any chances here, Ken.
I don't think so. He's not a silly coach by any means.
There's a run to the outside. He's got a little bit of room.
And that first down's going to seal it there for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Pretty much seals it right there. 1:08 left to play. Came down inbounds. Yep.
You know it. Now the Stingrays just at the formalities now. They might just be kneeing this out. No, they're going to take a couple more plays with Damian Malloy. And all this formalities now. Last remaining there. Stingrays literally a minute away from victory here. They'll simply need to kneel this out.
Ravens. That's their
Ravens take their final timeout. Don't think that'll be enough there to try and give them another possession here. The Rays with 2 downs and no more timeouts for the Ravens. This should be enough to send them back to the Gold Coast with a trophy in hand. With, shall I say, for the 4th time in a row. You see the celebrations already happening on the Stingray sideline there. They're excited to be driving for their 4th title here, and another carry there. And a tackle there to Christian McCarty, who looks like he might have just made the final tackle of his career. So I think now this that Damian Malloy just signaled that he's taken a knee, so that will be the final official play there. And it's somewhat symbolic that Tangles McCarty managed to make the final tackle of the game. So the rest is a formality now. We're going to see the final play here, run the clock out. And here it is, the final play of Sunbowl 30. Damian Malloy finished it off, and there you have it. The Gold Coast Stingrays, for the 4th time in a row, are your Sunbowl champions. Ben Walker with his first as a head coach, many as a player and an assistant coach before. He gets to celebrate his first one with the official HC title. And commiserations to the Bayside Ravens, who are now 0-2 from Sunbowl Championships, but a fantastic season. They're showing they're come quite a long way from their induction to the to Gridiron Queensland 15 years ago. So the Bayside Ravens, commiserations, and better luck in the years to come now. You can see the celebrations already loud and proud for the Gold Coast Stingrays, who will proudly proclaim their motto, Stingray Pride, and they'll certainly have a lot of it now. Coming away with a title there, with their women's to come soon as well. Damien Malloy is going to proudly lead his Stingray squad to shake hands at the 50-yard line with opposing quarterback Mitch Tierney, Jace Leon, and the rest of that purple, black, and silver Bayside Raven unit. So that final score was 28-8 there for the Gold Coast Stingrays, who are crowned champions for 2014. And finished off their strong season with only one loss the entire year. And their third victory over the Bayside Ravens this season. And another fantastic game for them between these two clubs. And we hope this is a start of something special for a few clubs who haven't met too often in the playoffs and the postseason in general. So seeing the handshaking here, the fantastic sportsmanship that still remains in this game, especially after an emotional game like that. Obviously, we're going to have our host of selected players who are going to be, or selected coaches who are going to be selecting the MVP. And I think, if you were to ask my opinion, very well be for that. A couple of picks as well as a forced fumble and a whole assortment of big plays he tattooed all across this Sunbowl victory today there. But also Damien Malloy, also another popular option, and a couple of the receivers. Matthew Riles also made a lot of plays there. So Chris Mooney, you'll see there on your screen, number 31. He adds another Sunbowl to his long list of Sunbowl victories and championships he's earned over his long, glorious career. Adam Bolton, number 79, he was fantastic for the Stingrays there. Really dominated that middle of the line to allow that stable of running backs from the Stingrays to get yardage and protect Damien Malloy. Once again, I mentioned him, Ike Summerfield. He's walking down the screen now. He made plenty of plays and proves why he's a state DB. Ezekiel Peru, he stepping up to 2011 junior MVP. He shows that he's a force at the senior level now. Number 14, Bradley Fraser, coming away with a pick, and he made some plays on the ball. But on the Raven side of things, Darius Holiday-Miller had another good game. Jonathan Wong-Tun, the rookie left tackle, very impressive. Held Mooney just to the one huge play there, and there was a sack on Mitch Tierney late in the game. Travis Reynolds, you got to mention him, the big tight end wide receiver, made plenty of good catches. Can't forget the big clutch catch to Jacob Templar, which just happened right in front of us here. And of course, Calvin Young, big on the defense side of the ball, and also made couple of key catches towards the back end of the game, but unfortunately wasn't enough for the boys from Bayside. And we're just going to get ready now. Once again, we're going to send Glenn Parker down to run the post-game presentation there, where we're going to congratulate the Gold Coast Stingrays and commiserate with the Bayside Ravens. And of course, we're going to see that trophy raised once again by the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Can you do an announcement? Get the kids clear. Kids off the field.
If we could just mention anyone who's not a part of the GQ official team listing, if they could get off the field there.
We're going to go through the presentations now for the senior men's Sunbowl, Sunbowl 30. We'll be asking a couple of players to come over and just have a quick chat about today's events, and then we'll go through the formal presentations again with the president of Queensland Gridiron Queensland, Mr. Richard Gale. So if I could get a couple of the Ravens to come over, guys. We might start with a couple of guys from the Stingrays, because the Ravens are just doing their own personal thing over there just in a moment. So I'd just like to ask a couple of people what they thought of the game. First up, I'll ask Chris Mooney first. Have you all heard his name a couple of times today? Gentleman that's been around in the league since I remember coaching him as 15 years old, up from Toowoomba. and again adds to his tally of Sunbowl victories. Has retired once or twice before, but again out there today running the football, running in reverse. I don't think he's done that since he's about 14 or 15 either. But how did that go today, Chris?
It was a good game. Yeah, props to the Ravens, man. These guys work hard every season. They've missed out just by a little bit each time, but props to you boys, man. You guys played well. Good season.
Yeah, well said, well said. And Damo, I'd like to get you to have a chat, please, mate. Damien Malloy, Gold Coast quarterback. You know, a lot of things have been said about Damien. I've observed him from another country and watched the way he plays football. I like the kid. He works hard and he gives everything he can for his team. And Damien, how did that go for you today, do you think?
We had our moments, or I had my moments of, you know, exploding frustration, everything like that, man. But Rays are resilient. We worked hard. We prepped really, really well for this game this week. Same thing Mooney said, props to the Ravens. After our last game, obviously it was a bit one-sided, and they worked and played some really, really good football to the end, so we knew we were in for a big one today.
How about that O-line, mate?
Oh, they need work, but I'll take them. No. O-line, biggest part of the game today. Give me time, giving the backs holes to run. I'm not prouder to throw a blue jersey on than I am today.
Yeah, I agree, mate. It was awesome, and I thought your DBs today had a great day as well. And I'd like to ask one of those lads to come over and have a chat. They had a big game there today. No worries, mate. It was really good to watch you out there. Very well coached by Coach Ben Walker, an old friend of mine. You guys really, really worked hard. And what did you think?
You know, we always talk about Stingray pride, and that's something that a lot of people kind of make fun of us for it, but we know what it takes, man. And we are, every week since August, since July, we've been putting this defense together, we're putting this offense together, and we go at it all day, every day. If we got to do film, we do everything we can, and it shows up on game day, man. We had 8 points scored against us in an offense that's really amazing, really hard to prep for from the Ravens. We knew that they were going to bring it. I personally knew they were going to be in the Sunbowl with us because of the talent that they have that I saw at Sun Devils, and I'm just proud that we were able to, you know, do everything that we set ourselves to do in the beginning of the season. We accomplished everything that we wanted, man. I'm really proud. It's a 4-peat, and you better believe that we're going for the 5th one next year, which is never done before in Queensland, and that's our goal, man. Really proud of these guys. I'm sad that it's over, really.
Why not? I mean, let's be honest. Well said, well spoken. To be honest, everybody is the same opinion. Like, let's be honest. I mean, I've played many games against the Stingrays, won and lost some bowls against them as well. And everyone you all want to beat them, but that's why they're here, is because they are a class act. They prepare. And yeah, Stingray pride, it's a very important thing, isn't it? And well done to the Stingrays. You guys think, boys?
Sure. Yeah, we want to tip our hats off to the Ravens. I mean, they got one of the most potent offenses in the league. You know, one of the best RBs in the country. A great D-line. Played with a lot of them at state. A lot of them were some of our brothers, and I loved being a linebacker behind them. And you know, hats off to them. They really tore it up today. But on the flip side, you know, my Stingray brothers, I mean, we tore it up not just today, but all season long. And I mean, we not just on the practice field, but we put in just as much time with film as we did on the practice field. And it really showed today, and it really showed all season. So, you know, hats off to all my boys. You know, I want to thank the coaching staff. They put in a lot of time, a lot of effort. I mean, they were the first ones there, the last ones to leave. You know, we all got families, friends, and things to do, but no, they were the first ones there. So hats off to them. And yeah, boys, go back, get that 5-peat next year. Stingray pride.
Yeah! Well, there you have it. The Gold Coast Stingrays, their opinion of the Sunbowl today. Can't argue with that. Yeah, I'd like to ask a couple of boys from the Ravens if they'd like to come up and speak on behalf of the Bayside.
It's gutting. That's the easiest thing to say. Every year, you know, Stingrays are going to bring it. They're a hell of a force. They play 4 quarters of football. It's always hard. It's always clean. And today it just came out and they blew us away, you know. We prepped. Full credit goes to Ben Party and the rest of the coaching. But when you're facing guys that come back year after year, they've got so much talent, so many guys that come back. They believe in the system that they've got. There's Queensland reps there. There's Oz reps there. Just the depth that they've got is unbelievable. So they played incredible. We knew that we'd have a hard time shutting down the run, shutting down Damo. We tried, we honestly did. But, you know, the scoreline doesn't reflect that. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to all of the birds that showed up. This is only our 2nd one. So it's a long time between drinks and it's not the way that we wanted to, but you know, hopefully it's a sign of things to come, and hopefully we can build on this and come back and challenge these guys for their title again next year.
Well said. I would have to agree with everything you just about said there, without doubt. I mean, I came here today expecting, this was a real shot. Your Ravens had a real shot today with the young crew that you had, Mitch, Coach S. You guys really showed up today and gave us one hell of a fight, and it was absolutely. I was very proud, an old bird. Very proud to sit up there and watch you guys go out and stick it to them as hard as you possibly could. I'd just like to ask Mitch if he'd like to come forward and give us a couple of words. And well done, boys.
Thanks very much. Yeah, full credit to the Stingrays. It's always a tough game against them. Defense is so fast, so it's really, really hard for me to read their secondary. But I just want to thank everybody in the Bayside Ravens this year. It's one of the best teams we've had. Again, like you said, we got a lot of young guys, half rookies, pretty much, maybe even more than half. But everybody did a great job getting into training and working hard. But thanks very much to the coach as well. Love you guys. Thanks.
Well said, Mitch. You had a blinder, mate. I thought you had a real good game. Your passing was great, and you guys really gave it to them. Anyone else want to say anything from the Ravens? All right, well, just like to thank the Ravens. What we're going to do now is President Richard Gill is going to present the runners-up trophy plate to Coach S when he's ready. You want to come forward, Coach S? And he'll respond as well.
Sorry?
You want to respond?
Yeah, sure. Look, just on behalf of the Bayside Ravens, just want to congratulate the Gold Coast Stingrays for a good game. Not just a good game, but a great game. And for us, this is what a Sunbowl should be about: a hard-fought battle by two teams who respect each other. And we can walk away still friends. So congratulations, deserved winners. Great effort, not just by this team, but the whole football club. So we tip our hat to the Gold Coast Stingrays. Thank you to all of our supporters, our families and partners. Thank you for supporting us throughout the season. We appreciate all of that. And we'll be back to give it another shot next year. Thank you.
Don't run away. Runners up, we'll give you that. Runners up, plate.
The next thing we're going to do is ask the Stingray captains to come forward to accept the winners' medallions, which they will hand out to their players on the roster. So, captains, when you're ready. So, President Richard Gill will give Coach Mooney and Damo and crew the winners' medallions for Sunbowl winners 2014. The next thing we're going to do today is that Coach Richard Gill will present the MVP for Sunbowl 30. We have an independent board that have been sitting around watching the games today, not voted by us in commentary, thank goodness, but voted by an independent board that watched the games, and voted accordingly. This one was very hard, apparently. That was very close. But without further ado, MVP for 2014, the Sunbowl 30, Damien Malloy.
Hey, but he's not a real quarterback.
And of course, the last thing we have to do today is that Mr. Richard Gill will now be presenting the winner's trophy to the coach of the Gold Coast Stingrays and a personal friend of mine, Mr. Ben Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sunbowl 30 champions, the Gold Coast Stingrays. At this point, I'd like to hand back to the central position to Kenny, and we'll get ready for the final game tonight, which is the women's game between the Logan City Jets and, of course, the Gold Coast Stingrays. So I'll sign off from down the field, and over to you, Kenny. Thank you very much, everyone, and safe journeys.
Thank you very much, Glenn Parker, once again holding down the post-game presentations, and once again congratulations to the Gold Coast Stingrays. they've made it 4 in a row in this men's division and made it something ridiculous out of the last 10, 15 years. So a club with a very strong winning culture, and once it's proved again once today. Commiserations to the Bayside Ravens, who come short in their second ever Sunbowl attempt, and they look to hopefully pull it back for their third attempt sometime in the near future. We're finishing it up here for the men's one, but we're going to be back soon for the women's game beginning at 7 p.m. So stick with us. We'll be back soon. I'm Kenny Andres, joined with Glenn Parker.